Oh, cocoon. Wah. Hi. Wah. Hi. Why did I sound like I was strangling? What was happening? What was that sound I made? Wait, let me do that again. That sounded so pathetic. Wah. Why did my voice wobble the first one? Why was my voice wobbling? What's happening? Hi. Welcome to today. Today is a day. Welcome. Welcome to today. I don't even know that song. I don't know why I tried to start singing it. Hello. Oh, Jesus. I gotta. Oh, I gotta. One second. There we go. How am I doing tonight? I'm doing good. How are you? I'm on the tail end of 3 shots of espresso, meaning I can slowly feel the caffeine I had this morning waning off, but yet, I'm still awake. And yet, I'm still awake, so. Yeah. How was your day? How are you all doing? Did you have good days today? It was kind of ish sunny sometimes, somewhat, for some parts. The parts where I was walking my dog, it was sunny-ish, I guess. Hello, welcome. A very busy day. I did too. I had a very, very busy day today at work. Thanks, TJ. I think it was okay. You don't remember? You don't remember? I mean, I guess that means you were so busy you can't even remember. I guess it means you were so busy that you don't even remember. And you move this box here. I think that'd be. Sorry to hear about work. You know, that's just what happens sometimes. I think, well, my issues with work today were all based on miscommunications. You know, I would tell you about what they were, but then I would immediately say what job I had. But, what do you call? You know when you email someone and you think that you've figured out a communication, you communicated and you're like, ah, yes, I totally get it. And then you email them back with more information in order to get something figured out, and they're like, what the heck? This isn't what I meant at all. And you're like, oh, well, that was a waste of a lot of people's time. Well, that was a waste of my and many other people's time. It just happens sometimes, I guess, you know? You know? So, what can you do? What can you do? That's just how it is sometimes. That's just how it is sometimes. But it's over now, and we get to hang out and talk about sweets today, which I'm very excited for. No, I'm not, but thanks. Oh yeah, you guys wanted to know, right? About, my tooth. Well, no one asked, but I assumed you wanted to know. I got my tooth fixed, and it kind of works. Well, I mean, it wasn't broken. It just had a temporary crown, but it's better now. My tooth is better now. It's still sensitive, so it still hurts. So I still am taking pain medication for it, but it's fine. It's not bad. That's what matters. That's all that matters. Is it's not as painful and it's not as sensitive to heat, and I can chew on it. I can chew on my right side again, which is really great because I was chewing for the last 2 weeks on my left side and it was making my jaw hurt. Though I always have jaw tension anyway because I always what do you call? I clench my jaw. How did I go through that without numbing it? So I went into the dentist, and you know the dentist assistant? I don't know what they call them. Cause it for a nurse you call it a nurse's aide. The dental assistant was like, well, we're gonna try it on before we fully cement it to make sure that it you know, fits and looks good. And I was like, okay. And she was like, well, so the thing is, your crown is at the top. And they also had to do they were doing a small cavity on my lower mouth. So she was like, well, if we numb both parts, your entire right side of your face is gonna be numb. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, so a way to avoid that would be that we wouldn't numb you for the crown. We would just numb you for the cavity. And I was like, well, okay. And she was like, I was like, is that okay? And she was like, well, it's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna be really cold. She was like, if we don't numb you for the crown, it's just gonna be cold. So in my head, you know, when I'm hearing that, I'm hearing, oh, it's just gonna be cold, because that's what she said. It's just gonna be cold, so it's not gonna be painful. It's just gonna be really cold. And I was like, well, I mean, cold is just cold. You know, that's not painful. Cold is just cold. Good morning, Infinite. So I was told that if I didn't get my tooth numbed for the cavity, it would just be cold. And I was like, well, I've been cold before. it's still kind of winter. I've been cold before. So I was like, well, if it's just cold, and she was like, yeah, it's just cold. And I was like, well, I guess I don't need to be numbed then. I can just get the numbing on the lower part. I don't need my upper tooth to get numbed. So she was like, are you sure? It's gonna be cold. And I was like, I know. Because she's like telling me it'd be better if I didn't have to be both numb. But then she's like, but it's cold. And I was like, okay, well, it's cold. It's just cold. And then she's like, are you sure? It's gonna be cold. And at that point, I was a little skeptical. But, I didn't want to be numbed on my whole right side. So I was like, yeah, I can deal with cold. And she was like, okay. Which gave me very mixed messages. Because then it's like, well, what's the right answer that she wanted me to say? Was I supposed to say no, or was I supposed to say yes? Because she was really selling me on this. It's just gonna be cold, not painful. And so, like, she leans me back and she's like, pulls the thing out that she has to do to prep my tooth for the crown. And she's like, okay, it's gonna be cold now. And I was like, okay. And then she puts it in my gums and stuff, and I was like, oh my god. It was so painful! I like started crying. I started having tears fall from my eyes. I was like, I like flinched back. I was like, But I couldn't move too much because she had to do it so she could try the tooth on. And she's like, okay, now I'm gonna put the tooth on, so it's gonna be pressure, okay? And I was like, and then she pushes it in my mouth and I'm like, and I was like, and then after she was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's okay. She was like, your gums did not like that. And I was like, oh yeah, I can tell. She was like, I could see it. Your gums didn't like that. I was like, yeah, I can tell. I can tell. I felt it. It was crazy. The dentist and the dental assistant both said that my gums in the front of my mouth are very healthy, but that the ones in the back near my molars are very unhealthy. And they were like, you need to floss the back of your teeth more. And I was like, I already flossed the back of my teeth, but okay, I'll try it more. And then they recommended that I brush for longer in the back of my teeth. So I guess I'm gonna be doing that too. I already brushed for I have like a Sonicare toothbrush, so I brush my teeth for the recommended amount of time that the Sonicare toothbrush does. Because the Sonicare ones, they they brush and then they have like a timer, so it'll be like doo 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 doo, and then it'll tell you when you've brushed for the recommended amount of time. But my dentist was like, you probably should brush for twice as long as the recommended brushing time. And I was like, okay. And she was also like, and don't actually, you don't have to actually scrub if you have a Sonicare. You can just hold it over your teeth and gently, slowly go over it. Because the sonic waves in the Sonicare are what actually improve the brushing comparatively to a normal toothbrush. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm going to try that and see if that helps. I have a fluoride deficiency. So my teeth are very, what do you say? How do you say? They're not calibrated for life. They're very weak. They're not weak, but they're they're prone to not being the strongest. They're not the strongest boys. I have a fluoride deficiency. So. But it's fine. I guess, you know, that's life. Hopefully this is the only time. I've never been asked if I wanted to be numbed or not. I've always just been numbed. I had a crown once before. I don't know why I was asked this time. I guess just so it was more convenient for me. I will tell you, I felt really embarrassed though, because I have like what do you call, like I have a very small mouth, and I have a very active salvic glands. So I always feel very insecure at the dentist office because like I can't, I feel like I can never, I feel like they would have an easier time if my mouth opened wider and if I didn't have to have so much suction. You know? Do you ever feel insecure about the amount of suction they have to do at the dentist for you? I always try to be a very perfect dental, what do you call yourself? A client? A patient. A patient. I always try very hard to be a very good dental patient because I'm afraid of the dentist. But also, I get insecure. I would like it if I never had to feel insecure about it, but it is what it is, I guess, you know? Because, like, I always feel like it's a lot, but I've also been told by the dentist that it's better to have active salvic glands than not to have active salvic glands, because it's better for your mouth biome. And I've also been told by them that I am a very good patient because I just sort of, like, I don't really take breaks because I'm afraid. So I just deal. You know? But almost everyone doesn't do. Yeah, you know, I also just, I have a problem where if I'm in pain, I just don't say anything. Like, so when they were doing the small lower cavity, they numbed me, but I actually ended up feeling quite a bit of discomfort and pain. And I didn't say anything. It kind of hurt a lot, but I didn't say anything. Because I didn't want to have to be like, I didn't want to inconvenience them, and I also didn't want to have to get numbed again. You know? Like, because I don't know, I didn't want to be like, hey, I need more numbing. So my lower tooth, when they were doing the small cavity on that, also kind of hurt a lot. Because I didn't want to be like, excuse me, can I have more numbing, please? Chop chop, I'm the queen of the castle. Please give me more numbing, you know. And I know that that's their job, okay? I understand that it's their job to re-numb me if I can feel pain when they're doing my teeth, but also you'd have to be confident enough to say I'm in pain and ask for that, and I'm not confident enough to do that, so I just kind of accepted it. I've done that several times at the dentist, actually. I have a what do you call, I just don't know how to say, like, can I have more numbing, or can I have a break, or can you do more suction, or can I XYZ at the dentist? It just feels like so, like, disruptive to say that in the middle of them, like, treating you, you know? So I just don't do that. I just deal. I felt bad too because they were, I was having a hard time breathing because, my tongue was very numb. My tongue was so numb, I felt like I couldn't even talk. Like, because she had to shoot the numbing agent into the back of very back part of my mouth, because that was where the cavity was, a small one. And when she shot me with that needle into my mouth, I could feel it, the thing, it like, she like hit a nerve. Like, I felt my tongue like go like, I felt like a sharp pain through my tongue and then went limp. And then like, and I felt like I couldn't move it, and so when they would push it around so that they could do the teeth stuff, I was like, I was like, I can't breathe. And like, I like couldn't breathe through my nose very well, and I was like, I feel like I'm choking. I feel like I'm suffocating. I can't do this. And I could feel like my heart racing. I was like, this is painful. I can't breathe. I can't move. Anyway, that was my experience at the dentist yesterday. Anyway, that was my experience at the dentist yesterday, and I'm still experiencing sensitivity on my tooth for both of my crown and where my cavity was, so I'm just hoping it goes away soon. Because it's really annoying me. 4 teeth removed for braces? They have to remove teeth when you get braces put in, or did you have like a specific issue? I've never had braces, so I wouldn't know. Do they normally remove teeth when you get braces? Oh, you had an issue, I see. What is it called? I had also yesterday when I was going back home, I had to work as well, which it wasn't ideal because I was originally planning not to work. But then my work was like, hey, we have issues and we need you to work anyway. And I was like, oh. Okay. So I did that too. And then I actually did some work for SVP things that had to be done. And then I also, I called my Tokuma yesterday. And she was very funny. Because you ever have a conversation with your parent and realize like, wow, they really don't understand or have any intuition into how to use technology. Because we were FaceTiming and I was like, she like showed me our family dog and I took a picture, you know, because you can take pictures during FaceTime. And I was like, here, let me send you the photo. And I sent her the photo and she was like, you took a photo? How do you take a photo? You're using your phone to call. And I was like, what do you... Wait. I was like, what do you mean? How did I take a photo? I'm using my phone to call. Because she's used to, like, she knows that she can, like, check her messages when she's FaceTiming me. But she was like, how did you take a picture at the same time? Like, did you screenshot? And I was like, no, I didn't screenshot. There's a button. And she was like, there's a button? How do you get a button? I don't have a button. I was like, I am so sure you have a button. What do you mean you don't have a button? There's a button. When you call, there's a white button. You press it, it takes a photo. And she's like, there's not a button on my screen. I said, tap your screen. She taps her screen, and a white button shows up. She takes a picture. I was like, what do you mean? How have you never seen the button? How have you never taken a picture using FaceTime? It was such an interesting moment where I was like, she doesn't have the ability to like, what do you call it? There's no intuitive use of like technology. It was something I had hit in the face with, because to me, like, you know, if you see a button or if you touch your screen, like you intuitively touch and explore an app, and I had never really conceptualized like how much that has to be like ingrained in you. I think growing up, you know, for you to like conceptualize that, because like I like grew up enough within like technology to be like, I intuitively search a product to interact with its features, explore its features without having to be told how to do that. And I like never really thought about how she's like not intuitively going to look into the features of the technology that she has. You know? Hi! Welcome! But that was a moment I had with my Tokuma yesterday when I called her, thinking about like how does the technology work and why does it work the way it does? But also, I had what do you call? I went to the market as well to get some sweets and coffees and stuff, and I'm really excited because, well, I'm not excited anymore because it's over, but I was really excited because the place that I went to had oh, what is the brand? There's this brand of iced coffee I really like, and I bought like 3 of them, and I had one of them today. It's this like coffee drink that comes in like a little set where it's like in a little thing that looks like a little takeout coffee, but it's miniature, and it's a little straw on the side, and you stick it in, and there's like a cap. But I got like 3 of them and they're so tasty. Cause I only ever had the I believe it's the cappuccino flavor before, but I got caramel and mocha flavor as well. It's less coffee than you would, I think, normally want for the amount of caffeine it has, but it was worth it. I had that and I had 2 shots of espresso today as well. I no longer have any breakfast food again, so eventually I'll have to go food shopping soon again too. I also have to go I have to get Costco shopping done. Cause like there's like you ever I have my Tokuma messaged me about like the new Costco coupons that came out, and I am trying to get into coupons. I've never used coupons, but I'm trying to get into them because I feel like I would save so much money if I understood couponing. And I know that sounds really old, but I feel like I'm trying to, you know, like I'm embracing the old person era, but without being old. Do you know what I mean when I say that I'm embracing an old person era? It's like last night, Lemmy and Serena and I were all in like Lemmy, Serena, and I were all in VC playing Roblox. We were playing Roblox when Nana was there as well. We were like we played like we started off by playing the karaoke. Well, I wasn't there from the beginning, but when I joined, they were playing the karaoke game on Roblox, and then we moved into bingo. Because Lemmy was like, what if we played bingo? And I was like, bingo! I haven't played bingo in so long, but I love bingo. I was playing bingo. And my god, did I get competitive. But it was like, I was like embracing my old person moment. I was like, oh my god, bingo! Bingo, good! Hello, Nettie, hi! They're a pain to use, but they do save a lot. I know! And I get, since I live in an apartment complex, I get like, get coupons. Yeah, I get coupons in the mail from just random places. Like I get like, I'm pretty sure I get like a Safeway, like, coupon book every month. And like, I've always just recycled them. I've never really like looked into them and trying to use them. But I've been trying to like start saving the ones that I think are good in case I end up going to Safeway every month, just in case, because it's like, I think they could actually really help. And I know I always associate couponing with like being old, but I'm embracing the fact that being old, that being old does not have to be a part of saving money. You can just start saving money by using things like coupons. Because my mom always used coupons growing up, but you know, I never really conceptualized using them. So because there's the like an example, right? It's like there was like a 2-for-1 deal on paper towels that I saw in the most recent coupon. I forget which grocery place it was, but I was like, 2-for-1 on paper towels is really good, especially if you're not going to Costco. That's like a lot of paper towels. I say that and like it seems unimpressive, but paper towels are getting kind of expensive. I know it sounds pathetic to be like 2-for-1 on paper towels, but paper towels are getting kind of expensive. Like a lot of things are getting really expensive actually. The last time I went to the store to get eggs, I mean, I know it's also because of the egg shortage, but the eggs were really expensive. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can get 2 eggs this time. I normally get 2 because like I go through eggs pretty quickly, but I feel like they went from like, they were like, I just remember a couple of months ago before the egg shortage, they were only like, what, $5 a pop for a set of eggs? And now they're like $7. It's a lot of money. Yeah, they're only there sometimes. You know, I went to an Asian grocery store yesterday to get my coffee and stuff and like snacks. And when I looked at the eggs there, I did not buy them because I was like, oh, I could pick up some eggs at the Asian grocery store. And I went to go look at the egg prices, and most of them were above $8. There was a lot of eggs there. There were a lot of eggs there, but all of them were like $8 up. It was more than $8 for egg. It's insane. Like, there was a brand of eggs they had at that store that was going for $12. $12 for eggs? That's insane. Yeah, everything's going up. I was like, I've never seen a handle of eggs go for $12 before. I was like, that better be like the best egg I've ever eaten in my whole life for it to be $12. Hello? And I know it's probably because it was like in an Asian grocery store, so you're not normally traditionally buying, you know, an egg. But like, I was like, oh, how are you gonna sell those? Are people really gonna buy eggs for that expensive? We're gonna get a chicken instead. I know, it's like, well, it's more expensive than a Costco chicken. That Costco chicken is $5.99. You know, I could get two Costco chickens for just a little bit more than just one of those sets of eggs. I was like, I was reeling in the head. I was like, this is killing me. They're like $5 to $7. I know. I'm like, every time I go to the grocery store, I get stressed out. And so I've been considering couponing. I have been converted to couponing. You know, when you get converted to couponing because the prices are insane. I was like, because like, you know, I don't use that many things, and I buy a lot of things in bulk from Costco. But now that I have a Costco membership as well, I'm like, well, I get the Costco, what do you call it? The coupon book now, so I can finally use it. I never really considered it before. I used to think that coupons were just something that old people did when they got old because they had nothing better to do. But it's not true. It's not. And I know that also means that it also shows that I used to just always think of my parents as old. And you know what? I won't lie. I did. I did. I was one of those kids. I was like, oh, my parents are just old. I don't even know how to use the stock market, you know? And you know what's interesting is I actually have stocks. But I don't even know how to frickin' use that. Hi, Mino! Welcome! I hope you had a good day. I was gifted stocks from my grandmother. I don't know how they work. I don't know what to do with them. I just know I have them. I get messages sometimes with my portfolio or whatever they call it. And I'm like, that looks like it. I'm not selling them, so that looks like it. And then I don't touch them. I don't know what they do. I don't understand the numbers. I told him I was like, I'll just tell you if we need to sell them, and I'll go. And I always go, okay. I don't know. Stock market's scary. I don't know how to use that. That's crazy. Those numbers are invisible, and there's numbers, and I don't like looking at those. I do get a lot of ads for that though. You know, like, what's that company that has like a bunch of ads for like managing your stocks? There's like one specific, I forget what it is. There's like one specific company that I always get ads for that like is like, monitor your stocks today. And I'm like, no thanks, but okay. I feel like ads have gotten much more aggressive as well recently. If it was Bitcoin, that would be funny. I mean, my grandparent would have to be into Bitcoin for that to be, you know? Because Bitcoins are rather new, aren't they? They're like, what, the last 10 years, Bitcoin? Hi, Dreamy! How are you? Good morning? Good afternoon? Hi! I was really about to be like, hi, good morning! It's not morning! How are you, Dreamy? Yeah! I have to do my tier list today. You want to see my tier list? So the tier list is for flavors this time. It's not sweets anymore. But it's like... So I named these myself. I named these. These are my names that I chose for it. It's the top tier is the best. Don't question me. The next one is it's good. The next one is I like it when taste. The third is I don't mind it. The fourth is ew, and the last one is no. So they're like all just the flavors of things. It's not even like the food itself. It's just the flavor. Hi Sharky, welcome. You know what I also woke up today and had? I have a it's not a gash. It's just like I have this like giant like scratch line on the back of my neck. It was like gently bleeding when I woke up this morning, and I don't know where I got it from. I mean, I have a cat, so maybe she scratched me or something last night when I was like rolling around in bed. But I have this like mysterious long little like scratch on the back of my neck. I don't know where it came from. I was like, I woke up, I was like, I saw a little dot of blood on my, I saw like a little dot of blood on my pillowcase, and I was like, where the frick did that come from? And I like was brushing my hair this morning, and I like felt the back of my neck, and there was the blood. I don't know where it came from, but there's just a scratch on the back of my neck. Does it give credence to how, I forget who it was yesterday who was like, or not yesterday, but like on Sunday when someone was like, oh Toka, your apartment might be haunted. Maybe. Who knows? It sounds paranormal. It does sound paranormal. Yeah, the flavors are really interesting. So the thing is, like, when I did the food tier list, a lot of them were foods I hadn't had, but I'm pretty sure I've had most, if not all, of the flavors we're ranking today. As long as I know what they are. So that's a part of it as well. I like, what do you call? And the thing is, I think a flavor by itself is way different to judge than the way that an item tastes that is a flavor of something. Because normally, right, when you eat an item that is flavored to be something, it also tastes like specifically that item. So also things like the sugar, the butter, the flour, that's all added to it. The texture is thought about. The way that it's made in that moment is thought about, right? Because it's all like mixed together. No worries, Sharky. Have a good study. I hope that you get the information into your head. I don't know how you can study and watch something at the same time, but I believe in you. When I used to have to study, I couldn't, for the life of you, be able to listen to something and watch something at the same time. Normally, if I'm in like... Sometimes you'll see me in Serena Starstruck's chat when she's streaming, and I'll be like, I'm at work, and the truth is I am at work, but and I'm trying to work while listening to her, but I get distracted and normally just ended up watching her. Unless it's Minecraft, then I can, or a 3D game, then normally I can work with her in the background, but I have to put her really low because if it's too loud, then I get distracted. But also I can't watch Minecraft, so I end up like kind of just lurking. My favorite daytime television, Serena Starstruck. You know for sure that your addict is because you found a Ouija board? A Ouija board? Okay, well that's a little questionable, I'll tell you that. I've never even touched a Ouija board. I'm very superstitious. I'm extremely superstitious. I'm extremely afraid of paranormal activity. I'm afraid of the dark. I'm afraid of the dark. I'll tell you how afraid of the dark I am. Sometimes when I walk at, like, so when I was growing up, my house, I would, like, if I wanted to get, like, let's say I wanted a glass of water, I would walk from my room down the stairs to go to the kitchen and get water. But, you know, obviously, I didn't want to, you know, I didn't want to have, like, I didn't want to wake my parents up, so I wasn't gonna turn the lights on. Because I grew up in a household that was like a no. So when I was growing up, when I was younger, I mean, being grown up doesn't mean you have to be unafraid of the dark. So when I was growing up, when I started off when I was young, we didn't close doors. Like when I got older, I closed doors, right? Because I was like allowed to close doors. But when I was younger, I didn't close the door. And so I would just walk out, and I couldn't have the lights on at all, right? So I would walk down the stairs, but sometimes, like, someone would be moving in, like, a neighbor's house, or, like, someone would drive by, and, like, and, like, it would cast a weird shadow on the wall, and then I would be like, I would always think, like, a shadow moving was, like, someone in the corner. And I used to be so afraid that, like, a ghost or something was gonna come into my room. So I used to have, like, makeshift weapons next to my pillow or, like, on my bedside table growing up. I was always so paranoid that someone was gonna, like, come into my room or something, or, like a mysterious force was gonna, like, attack me. I had a very vivid imagination. Hello! You know, were you not afraid of, like, the dark and mysterious creatures? Even when I was, like, in, like, later years of, like, living at home, I was always afraid of, like, a monster. Because, you know, the thing about monsters and supernatural creatures and things like that is, like, what is she doing? I don't know. I heard, like, the biggest banging. I don't know what's happening. Huh. 1 second. Toka-kun. Toka-kun. Hello, sorry. I heard, like, a lot of banging and I thought something bad was happening. No, my roommate's just tenderizing meat. I was like, went out, I was like, are you okay? She's like, oh, sorry. I'm making chicken katsu. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, cause I was like hearing this banging sound. I was like, what is going on? Cause I was like, it's not happening from above me. Cause also my neighbors above me, they like, I don't know what they do. Sometimes they just make like the loudest freaking stomping or like hitting sounds above my head. I'm like, what are you guys doing up there? If it scared me, well, it's like my room is like right next to the kitchen, so I can hear, and like I feel like sometimes, especially if I'm doing ASMR, you can hear if there's like a sound in the kitchen, because the kitchen is like right on the other side of my room. So like anything that's happening, like even I can even hear every time we turn on the dishwasher, I can hear it. Like the dishwasher is right where my head is. For like, it's on the other side of where my head is for my bed. Like, sometimes I get waken up in the morning if my roommate turns on the dishwasher, because it's like, it'll be like, I'll be like sleeping, I'll be like, because I'll just hear like a she'll just turn it on. Cafe latte machine ASMR. It is loud. I did not think that, like, roommate Chan owns the latte machine because her parents gave it to her for Christmas. So I'm like, I use it, but I don't really know how to use it like well, because she can steam coffee because she's done barista work before. I've never been a barista, but like she will like use the part where you foam the milk in the morning, and it's like astronomically loud. Astronomically. I didn't think that like the latte froth thing would be so loud, because you know, like I always thought, oh, it's because they're using the industrial type of ones at the cafes. I thought for sure it was like because it's industrial size, right? Like the one we have is very small. But when she steams the milk, it's like so loud. Why don't you get the pod type stuff? Well, I don't care that much about coffee comparatively to her. I drink energy drinks most of the time, and I'm not gonna buy another machine. Those are expensive. I just sometimes when it's cold, I'll be like, I'm just gonna make espresso in the morning. And espresso's easy. It's just, you know, you pack it and then you put it on the machine, you press go. That's my level of morning prep. Is to be like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna put the coffee into the little pod thingy and then pack it in and then stick it into the machine and press go. Like, that's my level. Once it gets to like the part where I have to do extra thingy mabobbers, I'm like, I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. Attic on night. Oh yeah, if you grew up in an old house, that's really scary. Oh, you know, Vanelli, very recently, I went to the restroom at night, and I turned, and I thought I saw a spider on my leg. I like screamed like I was getting murdered, and I like flew off. I was like, ah! I like threw myself off the toilet. I was so afraid that a spider landed on my leg. And like I woke up my roommate and she was like knocking on the door. She was like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I'm fine." And you know what it was? It's my freaking hair. It was a knot in my hair that had fallen off. It was just a little bit of my hair. Are broken crosses a bad sign? I have no idea. I mean, I don't look that much into things. I would look that up on the internet. Hello! Oh no, there's always an inanimate being so animated. I know! Well, I mean, like, I've even, like, jump scared myself. So, I always take my, dog to go to the restroom, like, one more time before I go to bed every night. And sometimes, and it's been a couple of times where I've taken him to the restroom and the light moves weirdly on the trees, and I think there's someone in the trees, and I tell you, I darn near squeak. I'll tell you that. Our broken heart's bad. I think mine needs to be repaired. Well, I think a broken heart is a sign that you cared about someone. And so, if you care about someone, the only way to heal is with time and with distraction. But there is no way to just to repair it, you know? I think that a broken heart only heals with time. So you might want to ask Serena. I'm just joking, don't ask that. Is the type of dog that could protect you or more of a fluff ball? Well, he's big, but he is a fluff ball. It's weird. You know, I used to live in a place that was more like seedy, I guess you could say, than where I live now. And I thought, you know, having a dog would scare weird people away, but it certainly didn't. I feel like I got more attention having the dog than not having the dog, and he's big, so I thought that maybe it would deter strange people from trying to talk to me, and I'll tell you, it actually really didn't. And I think he would protect me, but I don't know. You know? Won't scare crackhead. I mean, I didn't get threatened by that many crackheads. I did get I used to live in an area where a lot of like people would be a little weird, and then I'd, you know, sometimes people would follow me, you know, and I didn't like that. Wasn't a really big fan. So, you know, like, you know, you live in like a more city-like place, and then like some people there are just a little out of it, and they'll like follow you, or they'll like chase you and like stuff like that. So you like have to run into stores and like wait them out. Is he a husky? He's not a husky. Yeah, you know, like I used to live in like a city where they would have people like I got followed to school. I was getting followed on the way to school once with my roommate, and so I've had several roommates, but the roommate I had at the time, her and I were like walking to school, and then like a guy followed us, and we had to go into a store, and then we had to ask if the store would let us walk out the back because the person wasn't leaving from the front of the store. So you know, you have to like walk around and then hope that they're not following you anymore, and then take a different route to get back. It happens. It happens a lot in cities, you know? You walk around and then people are a little nutty, or they want to talk to you or get your attention, so you have to walk into stores and then wait for them to leave and leave you alone, and then you walk away. GTRL. I think that's just the reality. I mean, I've talked to a lot of other girls about it, and they have the similar experiences. Sometimes people in who are not well are just a little you know, strange. Sometimes people who are unwell are a little strange. Happens very commonly in cities, at least from people I've talked to. Because yeah, you know, that's just what happens sometimes living. Like, it's not that rare. It's not that rare. I feel like it happens a lot to my friends who still live, like, downtown sometimes. Were a lot of them grown men? I mean, I guess. I never asked them, but they certainly appeared that way. Did they behave that way? No. It just happens in cities, I think. That's just a part of city life, as they say. And it happened that frequently. It happened like a couple of times, maybe like within the year. When I did live there. I live not there anymore because I didn't like that. I didn't like that experience, so I moved. I moved away from it. It was my response, was just to simply change where my location was. And you know what? Now it doesn't happen anymore. So, you know, it was worth it. Is my rent more expensive? Yes. Was it worth moving away? Yes. I would definitely say moving changed the quality of my life. Because then I didn't have to deal with that anymore. And as my mother says, what's $100 more on the quality of life? On your safety and quality of life. I didn't have guards. I've never had an apartment where they have like security. I think that's cool. I like that. That's cool. Street Valiants? Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I don't think it takes you far anywhere, but adding $100 to your rent for some people is a lot of money, you know? Adding $100 to anyone's rent is a lot of money. Because you have to think of it, it comes costly per month on top of whatever you were already paying. I will say, like, it's also like, well, what do you say? Like, yeah, $100 is $100, but if you feel safer, I think it's worth it to me. That's part of why I moved from where I used to live. Because I did like living. When I lived in a city, that was really fun. I liked how convenient it was to, I could bus everywhere really easily. My commute times were a lot shorter. I was closer to grocery stores that I could totally, like, easily, like, 5-minute bus ride to a grocery store, get my groceries, go back home. You know, it wasn't as hard to get groceries as it is now for me. But, like, the benefits of not having to feel unsafe were worth the price of moving outside of a city. You know? steal a dog from your backyard? That's insane. You had a Dalmatian? That's so cute. I've never even... Do you know, I've actually never seen a Dalmatian in real life. I've never seen one. That's insane that you had a Dalmatian. I've never even considered that fact, that I've actually never seen one in real life. Was it a good dog? I've seen a lot of other dogs, but never a Dalmatian. Yeah. Oh yeah, Dalmatian who ran just got pregnant to a Nova Scotia dog trolling retriever. That's so funny. I apologize. Probably wasn't that funny for you when you had to deal with letting that dog probably give birth, but that's crazy. Very calm. That's nice. I've heard that Dalmatians can be a stubborn dog, so I'm happy yours was very calm. Mostly with firefighters? Really? Do firefighters still have Dalmatians? I thought that was just like an old time thing. Do they still have those? I haven't... Like, what dogs have I seen in the workforce? I've seen a lot of German Shepherds. I've seen a lot of Labradors, I guess. Oh, I see. All of the dogs I had growing up were all mutts. Cause so I got my first dog because we were going to the store to get rabbit food. So my first pet that I had growing up was a cat. I don't even remember getting her. My Toka parents were taking me to the Humane Society to drop off stuff. So my family donates a lot of stuff to the Humane Society where I grew up. Where like they save all of their newspapers, they save a bunch of towels, anything old t-shirts, and then we always, like, monthly we will make a delivery to the Humane Society to give to donate those, because the Humane Society will use those items for like bedding and stuff for the different animals. And so like we were going there for our monthly thing, and when I was born my parents already had a cat, but we went to the kitten room. I don't even remember this, but apparently this kitten came to sit on my lap, and she didn't really leave, and I just kept petting her. And my parents said that we looked so happy together they couldn't stop themselves, and so we got her. Right then and there, we got that cat. That was my cat growing up. And, well, she's passed away at this point, but apparently I named her Angel. Like, not apparently, that was what I ended up naming her. But it was because I had just watched Lady and the Tramp 2, Scamp's Adventure. I have no memory of this, but it was because I had just watched Lady and the Tramp 2, and I liked the character Angel so much that I named my cat after a dog in a movie. And so Angel was like my cat supposedly, right? But she was very sweet. But after my most recent obsession, you know, I named a lot of animals a lot of things. Because I had a lot of pets growing up. And I got her, and then we had gone to the reason I got my first rabbit was because we were at a different pet store, like not the Humane Society. We went to an actual pet store to get cat litter, I believe. And when we went to that store, I would like to go and look at the like all the different pet toys and stuff, because I liked looking at like cat wands and stuff for the cats. And then I ran around, and they had just added an area where they were putting pet rabbits. And there was this bin of, like, not bin, but it was like, you know, it was like, you know how they have like the chinchilla enclosures at a PetSmart? But this wasn't a PetSmart, but they like have those. There was like it was like bigger than that. It was like a giant version of one of those. And it had a bunch of rabbits in it. And there was one rabbit, it was all white rabbits with red eyes, and then one black rabbit with brown eyes. And I was like fixated on that one black rabbit. And apparently I wouldn't look away from the glass. And then I asked the pet store attendant if I could hold her. And they were like, okay, and then they let me hold her, and I liked her so much. And my parents caved. They were enablers. They caved. And I got the rabbit. They caved right then and there, and I got that rabbit. And then I got my first dog because we were at the pet store to get stuff for the rabbit at a different time. And they were having like a puppy like day, like where they had like people bring in puppies. And there was a person who was selling like Chihuahua mixes, and she had a bunch of beige ones. And then there was one tiny one, like a smaller one, like a runt, that was black. And I asked to hold him, and I holded him, and I did not let go, and I would not let go. I said, this is my dog now. And my parents also caved for that, because I was so attached to him, and he was the only male, and the only runt, and the only one who was black, because all the girls were beige. So I assume probably that the parents were like, one of the parents was like a beige Chihuahua, and the other one was like maybe a black Chihuahua. I mean, it was a Chihuahua Terrier mix, so I guess one of them had to have been one of the colors, right? Because all of the girls in the litter were beige. But he was so cute. He was so tiny. He was my little dog. And then my parents caved and got me that dog. And I only really had small dogs growing up. So my dog that I have now is the first big dog. He's the first one I ever bought with my own money. And I'll tell you, they're expensive. And I'll tell you, they're expensive. I thought, you know, I love big dogs. I should get a big dog now that I'm an adult. You know what? Big dog mean more expense. Because big dog mean big, when surgery, big surgery. And when you get big dog, big bag food, that's expensive big bag food. And you know when you get all their stuff, that's big expensive. Crate, expensive. Bed, expensive. Big dog, yeah, big dog eat more too. You know, I thought to myself, I'm sure the prices are relative. No, they aren't. They certainly are by size. Like, sometimes when I visit my Tokoma, sometimes I bring my dog with me. The crate alone for my dog, because of his size, the crate for travel was, if I had bought it at full price, it would have been $400 just for the crate. I was lucky. I found someone on Craigslist who was like who could sell it to me. So I didn't have to pay full price. I got it for like $200. But like the crate itself that you would need to fly the size of my dog on a commercial air flight, the crate itself, $400. And then you have to consider when you fly with a dog that big that they add the weight of the crate plus the dog into the account of how much they charge for shipping. It is insane, I'll tell you that. Like, I really was like big dog because like, well, also big dog equal big cost. Big dog equal big cost. Oops. Oopsie. I mean, I love him. I would never trade him for the world, but also big dog mean big money. Whoopsie. Emotional support dogs cannot fly on commercial air flights in a traditional capacity anymore. Unfortunately, he is actually my emotional support dog. With my therapist did give me did prescribe him to me. He is an emotional support dog, but they don't fly like that anymore. You'll have noticed that the laws have changed within the last couple of years where you cannot actually fly with an emotional support dog. They have to be a service dog. Have a good night, Sagi. But no, if a regular emotional support dog can no longer fly with you on a commercial flight, you have to have a service dog specifically, which is very different because service dogs have to be trained to a different caliber. Because my dog does actually do certain tasks for me because I trained him. But he is not public access trained, and I don't think he could be. Because I think he's much too reactive to be, not in the bad way, but like excitable to be public access trained, you know? And to have a dog like that, you need to have a condition that is considered not treatable in as well in other ways. But my dog does do certain tasks. He can, I trained him to do like alerts for if I'm anxious. He does deep pressure therapy. He is good at like certain other things that I won't mention, but he's a like for when I have like mental health problems. He's a great dog. Can he shake paw? Yeah, he can shake. It's one of the first things I taught him. He's a good boy. He can do shake. You know, the one thing I try to teach him, he can weave between my legs and like, you know, like when you walk and then they weave between your legs and stuff, like that thing. That was so fun to teach. He can do that. The one thing, yeah, he can't roll over. That's like the one thing I can't get him to do. He hates being on his back. So I can't teach him to roll over. Like, I tried really hard, but he will not go on his back. I don't know what it is. He won't roll over. I mean, he'll go on his back to get belly rubs, but he will not roll over. He can play dead. He knows how to play dead. He knows how to shake. He can fetch. He can do deep pressure therapy. He can alert to like anxiety. He knows if I'm like crying to come and like comfort me. He can spin. He can walk in circles around me. Like specifically, like if I'm walking, he can walk in a circle around me. He can sit between my legs on transit. And he knows like down and stay and stuff. He's very well behaved other than like him being a very excitable dog. But he can't roll over. I tried. He can't roll over. I even trained him to like walk in a heel and walk backwards with me, which is apparently very hard for certain dogs, but he very naturally walks backwards with me. But he can't roll over to save his freaking life. Does he sleep on the ground? He sleeps on the ground. I don't allow him into my bed, unfortunately for him. He's not allowed in my bed. He is too big, in my opinion. I think he would take up the entire bed. Because my cat sleeps on my bed, and first of all, she's the queen, so she gets... Well, she was here first, and she's the queen, so she gets first dibs. And her spot is next to me at night. No one could replace her. That is where she believes, where she belongs. My cat sleeps next to me every night. That is where she belongs. And I have like a queen-sized bed. But you know who takes up the good portion of that bed? My cat. I sleep, you know, you would think if I have a queen-sized bed, I sleep in the middle of the bed. That is not true. I have 2 pillows. One of the sides of the bed is for me, and the other side is for my cat. Because she doesn't lie the long ways, you know, like a human would. She doesn't lie long ways. She lies the other way. Like, she lies horizontally. She doesn't lie vertically. Which really pisses me off sometimes. She doesn't lie horizontally. She lies, she doesn't lie vertically. She lies horizontally. So she takes up a good half of the bed. Because she's a queen, I guess. You know, she is. She's like a diva. She's very sweet. She loves me. We cuddle all the time, but she's also, a diva and a bitch. But I love her. She's my everything, but she's also a bitch. So my dog has to sleep outside because she hates him. Not outside the apartment, obviously, but like outside of my room. He doesn't get to sleep inside my room. He gets to sit behind me sometimes when I'm working, because I don't want him to be separated from me, but like, he doesn't get to stay at night. Will you ever get a dog reveal? No, unfortunately, you will never get a dog reveal. I don't find it... I respect when other people choose to do it, but I don't find revealing pets very safe. Because, especially if it's like an animal that you bring outside with you, if you're like a VTuber or something and you want to like, you know, keep yourself separated from that sort of thing, like revealing a picture of a pet that you have that you travel with or go outside with, in my opinion, is like not the safest thing to do. In my opinion, for me. If someone else wants to do that, that's fine for them. I don't care. Because I feel like, I mean, unless like your dog is the most like dog PNG ever, I feel like animals are kind of recognizable. You know? Unless your dog is like one of 20,000 black retrievers or golden retrievers on the market. Like, I feel like my dog's too recognizable. from his like pattern and stuff, you know? That's how I feel about my cat as well. I feel like they're a little bit too recognizable. Not to say that my pets are more pretty or anything than anyone else's, just that they have like recognizable patterns. Being picked up. Oh, I see. My dog doesn't really growl at anyone. Well, he doesn't like one guy. He didn't like one guy. I don't know who this guy, what's different about this guy. My dog's very personable. He loves humans. That's a part of why he would never be able to do anything like being in public. He's just too excitable because he loves being pet and attention because he's an attention hog. But like, there's just one guy in my neighborhood. He's like one of my neighbors. I don't know what building he lives in around here, but he like, I'll see him sometimes. He's like this old man. My dog will be with me and he'll be like, oh my god, hi. And I'll be like, oh my god, hi. And he'll be like, your dog's beautiful. And I'll be like, thanks. And my dog hates this guy. I don't know what he did, but my dog just doesn't like him. Like, he's asked to pet my dog before and I'll be like, sure, if you want to. And he'll try to pet the dog and my dog walks behind me and looks at him strange and like doesn't want to be touched by him. I've never seen my dog react that way before to anyone my whole life. He does not like that one neighbor. I do not know what it is. I assume that means that this neighbor must not be a good person. But I mean, I'm not gonna be rude to his face and say like, if he's like, hello, Tokaku, and then I would be like, not hello, person. So I say hi, obviously. Susan decided, have you talked to me about business strategies? I think my dog's business strategy would just be to not care and then sleep. He's what do you say? How do you call? He's oh, actually, you know what? He'd be pretty good at business strategy. Well, his business strategy is being cute, I think. Footy! Hi! Welcome, Footy! Hello! Furikake! Bong! How are you? Hi, Footy! Welcome! How was your stream? What were you guys streaming? He's strategically cute and he is. Hi! What were you guys doing? I hope you had a good stream. We're yapping for another hour? We've been yapping for an hour? We have been yapping for an hour. We're playing on the power sub. You were? Ooh, how is your world going? Or your base camp? I didn't play enough of that game to know what they're called again. How's your, I think it's a camp. How was your camp doing? Did you catch more pals? Talking normal stuff. Not the shins. Do shins even have good meat? I don't really pay attention when I get the cuts of the meat. I hope you had fun with the pals. I never could quite figure out how to play that game very well. I could play it poorly. I could play it poorly, but that certainly isn't very well. But I hope you had a good night and all your pals are all your pals are depressed? What happened? They're just being lazy and dramatic. Oh, I mean, obviously, right? I mean, obviously, right? Well, I hope you had all a good time, and if you need to go to bed, I hope you have a good night as well. But thank you for sharing your community with me. Especially after a beautiful day of working with your depressed pals. You think my mom is expressive? Thank you. Bow, 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 bow. What do you call though? The like I still wish that I had been able to catch like some of my favorite pals. I never was able to do it because I played and I actually very much liked it, but I feel like it first of all didn't run well on my computer. But that was before I updated all of the stuff in it though. Them less depressed? How? Did they actually add adult time to Pal World? Was it, I saw a video about it being a joke. But was it a joke or was that real? I never looked into it. Is there interesting times with pals as actually a part of the game? Or was that a joke? Can they make babies in PAL? You can breed pals? You've already enslaved them. Did you enslave your pals, Footy? I thought that pals are, what are we called? Are we like, do you like call it enslaving, or is it just like you're hiring them and they're doing labor and they get a home, food, and a good place to sleep? People? What do you mean people? What? People? What do you mean people? Did you catch people? I thought you weren't supposed to catch people. I thought that was like, they say that that's not good. You aren't supposed to catch the people. No? Then it must be no. If Footy says no, it must be. If Footy says no, then it must be. I know you can catch people, but you're not supposed to catch people. They said it's cruel. You're not supposed to do it. You can catch some people as a treat. As a little treat, I'm gonna catch a person. Not ethical, but boy profitable? Is it more profitable to have is it more profitable to have a team full of people than it is Pokemon? Sorry, pals! Sorry, pals. Did you see the way that, the new, did you see the way that the new, what do you call? Oh, Pokemon Legends ZA. Did you see the new Pokemon Legends ZA, like, release about the battle tactics? How it's gonna be more like Power World now? Where you, like, you run with your Pokemon in battle and the attacks happen in time, and so, like, yeah, did you see how the new attack system works? Isn't it so cool? It's very cool. I like how it's, like, no longer just, like, turn-based. It's, like, they attack and then you attack and you run around and then, like, you, like, can press it in battle and you see them attack in real time. It's so cool! I'm very excited for it. I want to see how the new mechanics work. I don't want to wait anymore. I'm ready for Pokemon ZA. I'm ready right now. I'm ready right now. I want it right now. You know? It just sounds so fun. But I guess we should start doing this. So theoretically, Foodie, I'm doing a tier list. So theoretically, I'm doing a tier list today on desserts. I might have been talking for... How long have I been talking? I might have been talking for 77 minutes. I might have been talking for 77 minutes. But theoretically, I'm doing a tier list. Nothing's much changed in updating like competition. I guess that's true. The only one being Power World? I guess so. Because Digimon really never releases a game like Pokemon. I kind of wish that there was a... I kind of wish that there was a Digimon game that worked like one of the more modern Pokemon games, but I just feel like they're not going to do that. Well, theoretically, I love Foodie. Well, theoretically, I love Foodie. Theoretically, no more you. Theoretically, you to infinity! My Chibi's name is not Little Sniffle! That was a joke! That was a joke! I didn't... Her name isn't actually Little Sniffle! It's not! It's not Little Sniffle! It's not! It's not! I would never be so diabolical as to name the chibi version of myself Little Sniffle!
Welcome to the Toga Cult, Crybaby.
No, Futter, no! No, little snivel for the win! Like, theoretically, you to Infinium. It's so funny. I always love thinking about the little Infinium name of our generation. Infinium! But if it's a well, no, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. What is it called? What was I gonna say? Someone says something and I was gonna respond to it, and then I completely didn't. Then I completely forgot. So his name drops Infinium in her intro. She does? First generation in? I always say that when I have to do an introduction for like a concert or something. I always say like, from first generation, from Stellar versus first generation, Infinium. I always say it exactly like that. If you look at like the Pam concerts or when I was in Bowie's Christmas karaoke concert, every time I introduce myself, I always say, from Stellar versus first generation, Infinium. And I always say it like that. And I don't know why, because the way it goes is Infinium, and I'm always like, Infinium. Well, you know at least that Foodie streams on YouTube because Foodie rated me on YouTube. I don't know if you dual stream, Foodie. I've only ever seen you on YouTube. It reminds me of old TV ads. It kind of feels like old TV ads. When I'm a salesman. Well, looky here, folks. Here in the... And you've got opportunity on here. Great immunity. There's Flim. There's Flam. We're the old famous Flam brothers. Traveling sales ponies non-pare. Dual stream to TikTok now? You can dual stream to TikTok? Really? I didn't know you could dual stream to TikTok. That's crazy. Yeah, the Flim Flam brothers. Cause you've got opportunity on immunity. Oh, I saw the thing about McDonald's in a pentagon. Yeah, I mean, I can understand like shorts format streaming, but I just can't imagine doing it without it being just a ZATSU. Water. I say water as if I'm not reaching over to a cider. Water. You know, I so dearly, like, you know, pre-stream, you know, I was like, yeah, alcoholic cider. I was... You know, it's almost Big Sniffles' bedtime. Who the frick is Big Sniffles? Hello? Who's Big Sniffles? I haven't even sniffled that much today, by the way. I haven't even sniffled that much today, by the way. It's not alcoholism. A singular to two ciders is not alcoholism. Now is it? I was gonna get water. Before stream. But there was no water in the Brita. And you know what was in my refrigerator? A can of cider. So you know what I grabbed? A can of cider. I was going to get a cup of water for my stream because I wanted a liquid, and there was no water in the Brita. So I filled the Brita with water, and as it's straining now, I have a cup of cider instead because it's, you know, I heard what? Well, you know, everyone sniffles sometimes. That's true. Can't be taking chances with tap water. I just don't like the taste of tap water. That's why. The truth is, I just really hate the taste of tap water, and so I don't drink tap water. The only times I drink tap water are if I'm horrendously hungover. Then I'll drink a bunch of tap water. Is Little Sniffle allowed to drink? Let me see. Can I get a... Do I have a asset? Let me see. Okay, you can have... There's one here. And then do I have any other drinks? Like Beer? Is there a beer? Bottle? No, there's only a wine. Frick. I need more. Oop, not me. This. Oh! Why is it making me? No, no, no. Get the item. The item. Frick! Can I just move the item, please? No. Gigas. She needs it. Here. She has hers. See, now she has a little glass of cider. Please put dark chocolate maple syrup at the top. Well, I'll put one of those two things you mentioned at the top. I don't know if the other one will get up there. See, now little Toka can have a glass of wine, even though I'm not drinking wine. Started last week, so I'm starting to sniffle a little too. Oh, well, allergy season is not the reason I'm sniffling. But I'm not even sniffling! I don't understand! I've barely sniffled today. I don't know what you're talking about! I haven't had any allergies today. Knock on wood. I'm not gonna get more. I don't know what you're talking about. Give him a bottle cup. I don't got none bottle cup. Fermenting honey and water. It's called mead. Yes. I am not sniffling. Can Little Sniffle and Big Sniffle do a collab? There's no Little Sniffle or a Big Sniffle. The irony, there's no such thing as that. Are you guys all talk like adult humans don't just sniffle normally? Just a little breath in. Did none of you ever take a breath in through your nose and have a sound happen while you do it? Is that not normal for an adult human to do? I'm not even a human. Is that not normal for humans though? Because I think it is. Because I think it is. Do you not do that? Do you not breathe through your nose? Tell me now, or forever hold your truth. It is not mucus bubbling when you sniffle. 100% pure-blooded mouth. Frick my. 100% pure-blooded mouth breather. I also am somewhat a mouth breather. Some might say sometimes. Lemmy, hi. We stole the flippity. I can in winter, spring through autumn, not so much. Hi, snail ears. Hi. Hi, snail ears. How was Monhun? You were playing Monhun, right? How was Monhun? Welcome! Welcome! You guys have fun playing Monhun today. Hello! 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 Hi, Lemmy! One of the games of all time? Was it one of the games of all time? Mudhound now Roblox? And Roblox? She played both? That's crazy. Crash report? Was it crashing a lot? I haven't looked into Monhun because I can't play it, but was it crashing a lot? Shouldn't be, right? For the price tag. I would hope it wasn't anyway. I would hope it wasn't anyway for the price of it. Oh, what Roblox were you playing? What Roblox was happening? She beat the first monster and it crashed, you would think. Crashing when she tried to open the game so we played Roblox. That's crazy. She had to reset her computer. Oop. 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 Wait, why is my chat so delayed? I can like see it updating in real time on OBS, but not here. Let me see it. There we go. We got it working after 3 hours? That's insane, Lemmy. I just don't understand. It's such an expensive game. Megalodon? In what game were you fighting a Megalodon? Were you playing Fossil Fighters? Which is the DS game, not a Roblox game. Modern gaming. Capcom is a small indie company. Is it? I thought it was a big one. Is it a small one? I wouldn't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. You can't. If you're joking, I don't get it. If you're joking, I don't get it because I don't know the company names. Shark Bite. Ooh, okay. They're being sarcastic. Okay. What's my favorite dessert? My favorite dessert is either a tiramisu, a strawberry shortcake, or a tres leches cake. I also am very partial to most coffee flavored desserts. Capcom is more mid-sized, not the biggest, but still impressive. I see. All I know is that everyone's playing Monhun, and I actually don't feel left out because all I hear is that it's really big and it hurts the computer. It's one of the only times that I've ever not felt left out. Yeah, have you not? I love Fossil Fighters. I used to play that on my DS quite often. I'll say that. I will quite say that. I'm playing the Monhun that came out 9 years ago. 9 years ago! I didn't even know that Monhun existed until, I'll be honest with you, about 3 months ago. I didn't even know that Monhun existed until, like, I'll be honest, 3 months ago. I never played those types of games. I just didn't know it was alive, a real thing. In fact, a thing that existed in this universe. But 20 million? I can speak English. 20 million units does sound insane. The new game is fairly poorly optimized. That sounds like a lot of games nowadays. I thankfully don't play a lot of games that are new because I don't have the computer or the brain. Or the eyes. I guess that's where does motion sickness lie? In the ears? I don't know where it is. Where does motion sickness? Why is motion sickness? Who can I tell? Who put this in? PlayStation Portable? Is a PlayStation similar to an Xbox? I don't know what those are and the differences. Is it like the same thing? Is that like a Xbox? Fuzzy, the PSP game was a port of the PS2? Oh, I see. It lies in your swim bladder? Really? I have a bladder that swims? There's a bladder that spins? Swims? It's a portable console. Oh, a portable console. You can play Monhun on a portable console? If you're a fish. Oh, if I'm a fish. Thankfully, I'm not a fish. So I guess my motion sickness is not in my fish. Sorry, my fish? In my swim bladder. That's not because I don't have, because I'm a fish. Monster Hunter Rise is a good introduction to Monster Hunter for newbies who want to get a feel for the game without investing too much time. I see. Probably. I like, if Monster Hunter was in the same playable style as Pokemon, maybe I would play it. Like within the Pokemon level graphic. Oh yeah, for all of those of you who are excited for the next installment of Pokemon Reborn, if you haven't seen my schedule, and I think also on Lemmy's schedule, we're playing Pokemon Reborn this Thursday. And then you're gonna be happy because I fixed the controls on my keypad so I can control the game better now. And you won't have to watch me use the keypad 30,000 times, opening and closing the menu, trying to open the PC, not knowing what button to press. I fixed the controls. I fixed the controls. Get too motion sick to play Monster Hunter? Probably. Probably. You know what game I really wanted to play that I can't play that I think I would really enjoy is I always wanted to play Elden Ring. But Elden Ring I would probably die. But I've always wanted to play Elden Ring. It was a past traumatic experience? No, I just get motion sick. So I can't play Elden Ring, but I would love to. I just think that the graphics and the gameplay seems cool. I've never played a Souls-like, though I have been told that I should potentially play Salt and Sanctuary for a 2D version of something that's similar to a Souls-like. So eventually I want to play Salt and Sanctuary because I have it on my list. Turn-based RPG? Is it fun though? I feel like a lot of turn-based RPGs aren't even that fun. What is that song? Carbonated love. I was like, I heard a song like in my head, like playing loudly, and I didn't, but no lyrics, just da 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 da. It's fucking carbonated love. Played Soul and Sanctuary, and it's very Souls-like. Yeah, I also just like the graphics. I feel like it reminds me a lot of Fear and Hunger, and I love Fear and Hunger, so I thought I would want to play it. Yeah, but Iris, as Serena Starstruck would say, yar. I love when she says yar, because I always think of like. So when I hear Serena go yar instead of yes, I hear yarg matey, like as if like a pirate. Like she'll be like yar, I'll be like yarg matey. But no, I like I think I'll play Salt and Sanctuary. I was looking into some of the games you guys recommended yesterday as well, so I'll be looking at this as well. And there's also a couple of horror games that I want to play. I think one of them is called Loose. It's like the loose, like, oh frick. You love talking to me because I immediately forget everything I was about to say in my memory as it's coming out of my mouth. Like water that spills. Like water that spills. There's like a game that's like about a guy and it's like something noose. It's like a horror game. It's a 4-part series saga sort of thing. Horror game RPG. Hard without grinding or fun? Yes. Yes. I have to play Soul and Sanctuary. I also have to play Darkwood. That's one of the ones on my list too. Pirate reference came to mind. Yeah. Did you leave the stove on? I'm just joking. I know I didn't leave the stove on because my roommate's cooking dinner right now. So that means that she's the one who left the stove on, if it happens. If it happens, it's not my fault, and that means it's fine. We also have apartment insurance, so if it did burn down, I guess I would get my stuff replaced. Theoretically. I think that's how apartment insurance works. I'm not sure. I've never had to use it. I just own it. But we should at some point, you know, put one thing on this list at least. So let's start with the first flavor. Pistachios are good. Why? Toka, tell us why pistachios are good. Well. Pistachios are good because I like the pistachio ice cream, and also the nut is very good. If you've ever had pistachios growing up, you're... What do you mean, wait, we're starting? We never started. I like to play rhythm games. I've never played Friday Night Funkin'. Is it fun? I've literally never played Friday Night Funkin'. Is it good? I like the videos I've seen on YouTube of it. So pistachios are a, like, not S tier, they're like A tier. How's it going? It's good. I'm just starting right now, the tier list. Though I will say, to whoever earlier said to me that how long until we start the stream? The stream starts when I start the stream. The stream starts when I start the stream. The part of the gaming or the tier list, that starts whenever I decide it starts. But starting the stream is when it starts the stream. Obviously. Obviously. You know? Yapping for an hour before the content happens? Yapping for an hour and 38 minutes before the content happens is what happened today. Yapping for an hour and 38 minutes is what happened. But the pistachio is in the it good tier, which is considerably the A tier. Why? Because, so I'll actually give you a very specific reason. So when I was young, I went to a Baskin Robbins. I went to a Baskin Robbins with my Tokapa, and I wanted mint chocolate chip ice cream, but they were out of mint chocolate chip ice cream. So I said, Tokapa, I want that one. And it was another green one. It was pistachio flavored. And he was like, are you sure you want the pistachio ice cream? It's not mint chocolate chip. It's not going to taste the same. And I was like, but it's green, so it must taste the same. Because I was like freaking tiny and young and stupid. So when I was tiny, young, and stupid, I was like, so I was like, I'll take the pistachio because obviously it's green, so therefore it must taste like mint chocolate chip ice cream. And he was like, are you sure you want that? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, are you sure you don't want to taste it before you order it? And I was like, no. So he got me a cake cone, or not cake. No, it is a cake cone, right? No. What is it called? The one where it's like a wafer cone. What's that one called? Types of ice cream cone, not waffle cone. Is it a cake cone? Cake cone. It is a cake cone. I was thinking of sugar cones versus cake cone. I got a cake cone. I only get cake cones, by the way. I don't get waffle cones. I don't get sugar cones. I get cake cones because they taste like waffles. Like, no, they taste like wafers, and they are like foam, styrofoam in my mouth, and the texture is good, and it rips the roof of my mouth up, and I love it. But I got the pistachio flavored scoop in my cake cone instead of a mint chocolate chip, and I licked it, and at first I was very disappointed. At first I was like, oh, like I was like mid-lick, I was like, but then I ate more of it, and I was like, whoa, the flavor's weird on my tongue. Whoa, the flavor is weird on my tongue. But it was really good, and I loved how the nuts in it like would be crunchy. It's crunch. It was good texture. So I really enjoyed it. But it's not my favorite flavor in the world. But I love pistachios. I love pistachio ice cream. So my favorite flavor, obviously, my favorite flavor is lavender, followed by coffee. If I'm getting ice cream, my favorite three flavors, my three favorite top flavors, go lavender, coffee, rum raisin. Lavender, coffee, rum raisin. And then like a bunch of other ones are after that. But I love lavender, coffee, and rum raisin. And you might be like, Toka, half of those flavors suck ass. And I'd be like, shut up. You're wrong. And I'd be like, shut up, you're wrong. But I love lavender, coffee, and rum raisin. But when I eat rum raisin, I have to pick the raisins out because I don't like the raisin flavor, but I like the rum part. But they don't just make rum ice cream, so what can I say? I'm sure I'd like a whiskey. A whiskey flavored ice cream would probably taste so freaking good. Tastes so freaking good. Never had any though, but I'm sure I'd like it. Then, next on this list is vanilla. Vanilla is like the most middest flavor in this entire world. Vanilla is the most middest flavor. It's so mid. But it's not bad. It's just mid. You know? Remember, like, vanilla isn't bad. It's just mid. It's in everything. You never really have to think about it. It's fine. You know, like, if I eat it, I'm never upset. But I'm never, like, super happy to have vanilla. I compliment something else, but yeah, it's nothing by itself. Like, if you're only eating vanilla, you're like, this is just vanilla. But if you have vanilla in a sundae with, like, fudge on it, then it's tasty. Or, like, if you have vanilla with coffee, then it's tasty. But if you're eating, like, just something that's vanilla flavored, only vanilla, it's fine, but it's not good. I don't, like, go out of my way to try a vanilla candy, you know? There was this chocolate bar I used to get at airports where it had a vanilla side of the chocolate, a caramel side of the chocolate, and then a fudge side of the chocolate. And I always gave the vanilla side to my Tokuma. People traveled the world and died for vanilla 200 years ago. It's awesome and the best. Traveling for years in a row doesn't mean nothing. Okay, the next one is lavender, and lavender is the best. Lavender is one of the peakest flavors to exist in this world. I eat vanilla all the time too, but it doesn't mean it's my favorite. Doesn't mean it's my favorite. I would never go out of my way for vanilla, but I would go out of my way for lavender. Lavender is the peakest flavor. I love lavender flavored things. It's a great taste. It's the herbal floral without being too herbal floral. Hey, people have potatoes in sugar. Potatoes and sugar probably taste really good. I'll be honest with you. Potatoes are just kind of a base. I love potatoes though. Potato good. I love one of my sad foods when I'm sad. One of my favorite things to do. One of what they call a depression meal. One of my depression meals is to just make a giant bowl of freaking mashed potatoes and eat it for a couple of days. I'll just make like an entire bag of potatoes into a giant thing of mashed potatoes and I'll eat it with a spoon by itself for a couple of days. That's one of my easy go-to depression meals. If you've never had that, it's a great meal to try. If you're too sad to make other foods, making a giant bowl of mashed potatoes, it gets the job done, I'll tell you that. Sometimes. Do I salt them? Of course I salt them. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, I salt them, but like, something else, you know? There's nothing else to really mix in with them. I'm just like, oh, I don't have the energy to cook, I don't have the energy to clean, I don't have the energy to do anything. So I just make a bowl of mashed potatoes and I save it with saran wrap in the fridge and I just pull it and I eat them cold because I don't have the energy to heat it up. So I just put a giant bowl of mashed potatoes in the fridge, put saran wrap, and then when I want dinner, I just unsaran wrap it and I eat the cold mashed potatoes with salt on them. Crazy? I was crazy once. I was in a room with rats, a rubber room. Wait, sorry. I was in a room with the room with the rats and the boots and the cats and the sorry. The best sad food is an entire tub of ice cream. I actually have never done that one. I've never done that one. When I'm sad, I don't want sugar. I crave salt. So normally if I'm like sad and I need like an easy food, I just eat something salty. Like I'm not a sweets person in that way. Like I'll eat like a whole bag of popcorn over like getting like sugar, you know? I'm huge into the savory. Rose flavor? Ew, no! I hate rose flavor. And you might be like, Toka, but you just put lavender in S tier. Why is rose in no tier? Well, some things just don't work out. You know? Some things just don't work out. So, what can be said? What can be done? You know? I tried really hard to like Rose. I tried really hard. Really hard. But didn't work. So and maybe I'm just a little bit of you know, so once I was on a trip in school and I bought a box of rose flavored chocolates to share with a friend. Okay? I bought a box of rose flavored chocolates to share with a friend. This was when I was like in school, obviously, because we went, you know, on a trip, right? And she was like one of my best friends at the time. Okay? Her, and then it was her, and then the friend that, you know, the friend that I that was in my story with Rena, the one that I'm like still really close to now. So like it was me and her, and the girl in the story, and then like kind of another girl that I was also friends with, because we were like all kind of like sharing a room on this like class trip we were on. So I buy this girl that I'm friends with, like, has always wanted to try rose flavored candy. So I was like, we were on a class trip and I saw rose flavored chocolates. I bought them to surprise her. I thought it would be a good, you know, a good little gift. And then on this trip, we have like the nastiest falling out. We have like the nastiest, like me and this girl have like the nastiest falling out. Like she like tossed things across the room. We were like yelling at each other. Like we were like screaming and crying. And like it got so bad that this, like, I had to ask a teacher to separate us in the room assignments, because I was like, we cannot be in the same room together. Like, you need to separate us. So like I leave the room so that this girl can like pack up her shit and leave to go to a different room and room with somebody else. But then I still have this gigantic box of rose flavored chocolates and I'm sobbing and and then like it's on the table and then my friend that I'm still friends with now is like, well, do you want to have some sweets so that we can like you know, because you're crying, you want to have something to eat? So we opened the box of rose flavored chocolates that I bought for this other girl, and then I bite into it, and I, do you know that like meme where it's like, this shit's so ass? You know that meme where it's like, this shit's so ass, and like the person's crying? Like, I so vividly remember sobbing after like losing a friend of mine, and then like biting into the rose flavored chocolate and just being like, this shit tastes so bad. I just remember my like biting into this like chocolate with rose flavored cream filling and just being like, this tastes like shit. It tasted so shit. I was like crying. I was like, this is horrible. But it was expensive. So also I was like, oh, I should eat it anyway. So I forced myself to eat like share this box of rose flavored chocolate with my friend. And like, I always associate rose flavor with like eating this depressingly bad box of chocolates while crying. But also, every time I've had rose flavored anything after that, it's tasted like shits too. So I think I just don't like rose. So I think I also just don't like rose. But you know, that's my story about why I particularly hate rose. Not just like, it's not just in general. I also particularly hate rose. Caramel is fine. I like it, but I'm never gonna seek out caramel. I think caramel good. Caramel not bad. I don't seek out caramel, you know? I don't seek out caramel. It's just good. You know? Do you seek out caramel? I don't seek out caramel. I like it though. When I have it, it's good. I like it. But I would never go out of my way for caramel. Just hazelnut? Hazelnut's so good. Hazelnut top tier pog. Hazelnut? Ooh. I love hazelnut. I love hazelnut. Hazelnut, I get hazelnut coffee, by the way. When I go to like the coffee shop, if I'm getting a flavored coffee, if they don't have lavender. Oh wait, why is my thing not showing up? I thought it would be on their screen. If they don't have lavender, I'm getting hazelnut coffee. And one of my favorites is when I get hazelnut with white mocha, because it makes it taste like a Ferrero Rocher. By the way, peak combination. If you are ever at a coffee shop and you can pick your own flavorings and if you like a Ferrero Rocher, order hazelnut white mocha. It will taste like a Ferrero Rocher. It's really good. I learned that flavor combination from a Godiva chocolate shop that I went to that was serving coffee. I ordered their Ferrero coffee, and basically it's a hazelnut with mocha. So I prefer white mocha because it tastes a little bit more, in my opinion, lighter flavored. So, which is more like the taste of a Ferrero Rocher actually. But if you want like a darker taste, then get a regular mocha with hazelnut. It's really good. It's really good. I used to order it from my school's cafe when I used to order coffee in the morning if I was getting coffee instead of a Red Bull spritzer. I used to get a Red Bull spritzer in the morning from my college's cafe. By the way, if you order Red Bull spritzers, if you order Red Bull spritzers, what I recommend is you get the Red Bull base, obviously. You get blackberry syrup, and then you get whipped cream or a dash of cream in your spritzer. And whichever one you get, you stir it in. You don't just leave that whipped cream on top. No. You stir that whipped cream in to the drink. And you might be like, Toka, why would you put cream inside your spritzer? Okay, it makes it taste like a cream soda. A Red Bull spritzer with cream in it makes it taste like a cream soda. And it's so good. I used to have a blackberry cream Red Bull spritzer in the morning all the time in college, and I'll tell you, that shit made my morning so much better. That made my morning so much better. Have you heard of this dude that sells LED lights? No, I haven't. Is there a specific guy? I don't pay attention to pop culture. Is this a meme? Is this a meme I don't get? I don't pay attention to pop culture. Is this a meme? As Serena would say, chat, is this a meme? Chat, is this a meme of Crybabies? Be honest, is it a meme? It is? Okay. I don't understand memes. Oreo flavor is good, but it's just I like the taste. I would put Oreo below caramel. Oreo go behind caramel. Lillian, hi! Hi, Lillian! How are you? How was your stream? What were you guys doing? What were you guys doing today? I hope you guys were having a good day and a good stream. Dragon Maid Raid, hi! Welcome! Welcome! We played old game called Broken Age. Broken Age? Ooh, what was it about? Welcome! She's a dragon maid. Yeah, she is a dragon maid. She's a cute dragon maid. If you haven't seen Lillian, she has the most cute 3D model. I remember when I first saw her, I was like, oh my god, she's so cute. Lillian is like, she looks the way that, like, if I was playing like an Otome game, I would probably go her route. I love how cute, and like, I love the cute, quiet, like lookish, like sort of girl. Puzzle game, cute game. Ooh, puzzle game. Ooh, that means smart. Well, Lillian is smart, so that makes sense. She'd be able to play a smart game because she got big brain. Point and click adventure. Ooh, I do like a point and click adventure. Lily do be cool kid. She is cool kid. She's what they would say is a cool cat. The cool cat. The snack that smiles back. Finish her round and delete the game? No. Hey, why would you say that? Hey. Nana, but a different personality. Oh, I'm very different from Nana, in my opinion. But I hope you had a great time, Lillian. To all the Dragon Maid Raiders, my name is Toka-kun, your Clarity and Crystal Diamond from Silververse Productions' first generation Infinium. And I will sing this song to salve your sorrows, but only if you deserve it. Why do I always do my intro and then I feel cringe after? But hi! It's nice to see you. I recently, started doing these tier list thing because my genmate did like her own one of desserts and then flavors. So this is the flavor portion because last stream I did for tier list, I did the desserts flavors. So right now we're ranking flavors. And not just like flavor isn't like the type of flavor once in a while, like the flavor in general. It's the flavor in general. But yes, I mostly do, I do talking. I do yap content. And I also, sing. I do a lot of singing content. A dedication to the bit. Lavender flavor? Yes. Lavender flavor is S tier. It is S tier. Have you never had it? If you haven't had it, don't have a judgment. If you have had it, you're wrong if you think it's bad. Yeah, my favorite is the red tier. Don't question me, because I will not be able to defend myself if you think it's bad. I'm just gonna tell you I think it's good. I like lavender flavor. I like hazelnut. Well, that's what we've done so far. She came, she yaps, she sings, she yaps, she tier lists and yapped. I have a problem, but I've thought about fixing it. You know, sometimes I start streaming and I'm like, it's been 20 minutes. We should start playing the game. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I normally do that. Today we talked for about an hour and 38 minutes before I started doing the tier list at all. And here's the problem is that, like, I don't have a good one. I don't have a good one. I will say, I think I'm not drunk, kind of. I haven't had enough cider for that to happen. I think I just like talking. So I talk and I like to do what I like to do. So if I don't have a schedule I need to be on, then I don't really see a reason to like stop myself. If that makes sense. Like I would fix it if I felt like it was a problem. And also if I have things to do. So normally if my yap is particularly short, it's probably because I have to end at a certain time so I can do something. But I don't really have anything to do after stream today other than, you know, behind the scenes work. So it's not really an issue if I talk for longer. Turned water into cider in a miraculous act. Miraculous! Simply the best! Did you guys see the newest season of Miraculous Ladybug? Have you seen any of the new episodes? It's pissing me off right now. I'll tell you that. It's pissing me off right now! It's really making me angry! The newest season of Miraculous Ladybug? Oh my god. I was watching some of the newer episodes of the thing, because it's not out yet. It's not theoretically out, okay? I was watching it on a totally legitimate site. Watching it on a totally legitimate site. And it's just like, you ever... you know... You ever, you connect to a character, not really well, but you care about a character so much, and you're cheering for them, you're cheering behind the scenes, you're like, oh please, and then they get all this growth, and then this big thing happens in the show, and wow, and then they finally get what they want and everything's happy, and then the next season happens and every piece of character growth they've had for several years goes to shit. And you're like, frick! Frickety! Flippity flubber! That's how I felt. Anyway. That's how I felt. Anyway. They didn't off any... Well, I won't spoil anything, but it's not about the offing of a character that changed her. It's just that... in case you're gonna watch it. But... it's just she's acting so... immature, and she's older than she was in the first parts of the series, but last season she was getting mature, she was having emotional growth, and you're like, oh my god, yes queen, let's go. And then this season they were like, what if we went and we made her act like a frickin' child? And you're like, but she's not anymore. She's in high school, she's older, she has more thought processes, she has all this experience in life. They're like, but what if we regressed all of her character growth? And you're like, I don't think you need to do that. And then they were like, but I think we do. And so they did it. And then you're like, well, how am I supposed to care about the main character now? She's annoying. And then you're like, well, they're like, well, that seems like something you should do. You should work on that. And you're like, okay. They just completely nuked her character. I was like, what the flip is happening? They're making her really unlikable right now. She's actively being I really don't like her right now, and I've rooted for her for years. No, she's not in college. She's in high school right now. She was in middle school for the first 5 seasons. She was a middle schooler. She's actually a high schooler now. It's her first year in high school. In other countries they call it college, so that's why it's called college. She's in high school. Was it that bad? To me it is. She's freaking pissing me off. She's so self-centered right now. She's she's not thinking about her friends anymore. It's where's the Marinette that I used to know? They were middle schoolers? Yes. Miraculous Ladybug takes place during what we would consider in America to be the 8th grade. The whole first 5 seasons are all in basically the 8th grade. They're all that's the 8th grade in America. And then now they're in their first year of high school. And Kagami and Luca are 1 year older, so they're their first years in high school. And then now they're second years. And yes, if you watch it, you're gonna be confused because Zoe's supposed to be 1 year younger. And she's in high school with them, but we're all gonna pretend that didn't happen. She's not 16. She's not 16. I believe she's 13. But it's like, I don't know. I just wanted it to be better. I just wanted it to... I don't think there's anything wrong with letting your characters grow and change and evolve to fit their life circumstances. I don't think it makes them less interesting, and I don't think it limits the... I don't think it limits the... what do you call it? The conflicts that you can have. I think that you're able to just change the conflict to fit the character with their new growth. And I don't know why Miraculous Ladybug seems to think that that isn't real and that you can't do that. I don't really get it. I don't know why they do that. It's like tainting something really like it's like being like, oh, I'm afraid. It's like someone who's afraid of like trying a new flavor because they think only one flavor can exist. Spider-Man symbiote arc? Oh, that would make sense to me if I read Spider-Man, but I'll believe you. I'll believe you. So let's see. Black licorice is no. I don't think I need to explain myself, so we're not going to talk about that one. Banana is good. Banana is good. I like banana when I taste it. Banana, and specifically my favorite type of banana is I like apple bananas, which I grew up with. Apple bananas are really good. I like a tartar banana. But if it's specifically a flavor in dishes, I love banana bread. I love the fake ass banana flavor that they have in banana flavored Laffy Taffies. There's also this really good, there's like a really good puff snack. There's like a puff snack that they have at Asian supermarket when I go, and it has the most chemically tasting banana flavor, but there's something about the chemical taste to it that makes me like really like it, so I eat it. Which I don't think you should look into it like that's good, but I certainly eat it. LOL. After school is a job? You mean her working at the parents' shop? I mean, Meredith's kind of always had an extra sort of job because she helps out with the parent shop. She doesn't have a second job, but she's been considered for doing like some fashion stuff because that's like her talent. Chemicals? Yeah, chemical yummy. Woo! That certain banana is a flavor of an extinct species of banana? Really? That's really interesting. Well, it tastes good. The extinct banana tastes good. It's like funky tasting, but I like it. It's like watermelon. It's like, it doesn't actually taste like the fruit completely, but it tastes like something similar to it, and you're like, you just kind of accept it. Okay. The next one. Lime. Lime? I don't mind lime. Extinct banana. Yeah, you know what would be that would be a really good heavy metal or like rock band name is the Extinct Bananas. Extinct. And now, welcome to. Oh, sorry. And now, welcoming to the stage, the Extinct Bananas. Sorry, I had to do it with my my punk voice. I had to do it with my punk voice. What is this? What the flip is this thing? What's this? What the heck is this supposed to be? Is that an orange? What is that? Wait, I'm gonna zoom in on it so you guys can tell me what this is. What is that? Lime is fine, it's just not as good as lemon to me. What is this thing? What is that? Do you see that? This like bread looking thing? What is that? What is that supposed to be? I can't tell what that is. Is lemon cake a flavor? This is a flavor tier list. Is that like supposed to stand in for like all of lemons? Like, there's a lemon at the tier list. Would you consider lemon cake a flavor? I guess it has to be, huh? Because it's like its own tier. I guess they want us to think of lemon bread as a flavor, like a lemon cake. Is that would you consider that a flavor? Huh. I guess we can have lemon cake as a flavor. I'd put it above lime, but below vanilla. It's just, I don't think of it as a flavor, so I don't really want to put it anywhere else, but, you know, it's good. I would never turn it down. It's good. I don't mind it. Peach. This peach? Or is that pear? No, that's peach. Peach is good. Peach is above caramel. Peach above caramel. I like peach a lot. Peach is a good flavor, but it's not my favorite flavor. And I like it, actually, I like it more than pistachios. A peach candy is really good. They're very juicy. I think peach is also very nostalgic to me because my Tokuma loves peaches. My Tokuma, I remember once when she visited me over the summer for like a school break. She went shopping with my like at her hotel area to go to like grab some stuff to bring to me, and she tried this gigantic peach in my area. It was like an organic farm grown peach, and she fell in love with it and went back and bought 6 more. She was only visiting me for 3 days, but she went and bought 6 peaches. And she gave me one to eat, and like she ate like 2 a day, and like, have a good night, Infinite. And I just have this like very visceral, like loving memory of just my mom being so excited over a peach. And like when I think of peaches, I always like, whenever I buy one, I always try it and I tell my mom whether I think it tastes like the peach that she had that one time. Because it was like so exciting for her. My Tokuma finds a lot of joy in like very simple things. And so moments like that, I think about all the time, and it makes me really happy. So I always think of peach in a very nostalgic way, but also I like a lot of peach flavored candies. Especially, there are these Japanese peach chewy strips that they have in these little bags they sell at the front of Asian markets a lot. But they're like, with the little sugar dust, and the texture is really good. If you put them in the fridge, it gets a little tough. It's very chewy. So I really like that peach candy. I also really like peach sodas. Peach is always a good flavor for a soda. It's also really good for, have you ever had peach bourbon? Peach bourbon is really good. It really helps to cancel out the flavor of the bourbon, the burn of it. So I really like peach. This one is a cranberry, and I think cranberries are really good. I won't put it at the top, but I'm a huge fan of cranberry. Especially cranberry bread, cranberry biscotti, cranberry juice. I love cranberry juice. I know some people think that cranberry juice is really tart, but I love a good cranberry juice. I think that like the tartness really gets to me because I really like tart. So you'll notice a lot of these are like, oh, I like this thing that I have that has this flavor, but it's really sour. Because that's like a part of it for me. So I love sour. So I really love cranberry. Peach soju does smell really good. I love peach soju. I know that it's not my favorite flavor. My favorite flavor of my favorite flavor of soju is yogurt, the Yakult flavor. But I know that both Lemmy and Yui, their favorite flavor of soju is peach. What about brand of cranberry? I don't know a good. I guess it's like I like the Ocean one. I forget the full name. The Ocean one, but that's not the favorite juice brand. That's like if I'm getting dried cranberries, because they also eat dried cranberries. My favorite brand of just cranberry juice, I don't actually know if I have a specific brand I like. I just like when it's like a cranberry cocktail. I'm like a vampire. Me too. I like to imagine I am too. I love pretending to be an animal or a creature when I eat stuff. Oh, the band. No, I haven't heard of the band. No, I haven't. Cherry is fine. It's above an Oreo. You'll notice I really like fruit flavors and stuff a little bit more than like regular sugar. Green apple. is S tier. You might think to yourself, green apple is not as good as regular apple. You would be wrong. I'm sorry for your loss of that. I love I love green apple flavor, especially like with things like Jolly Ranchers or like sour candy. Green apple is like the best flavor for a sour candy to exist. Also, the crispness is so good. And also, when you bake with apple pie, I feel like they taste better if you use a green apple comparatively to a red apple. But that's because of how I like the apple to taste, even though I don't like the taste of apples when they're cooked. I do like the flavor of an apple though when you grill them. A grilled apple is actually very good. A green apple is tart. A Granny Smith apple is very tart comparatively to a regular Fuji apple or a Golden Delicious or a Red Delicious. And speaking of apples, this is a regular apple. Regular apple it's good. Yeah, have you never grilled an apple? If you grill an apple, it's actually very good. If you grill an apple, you should have it with like pork. It does really good with pork or like beef. But if you have like a grill at home or if you're like camping with like people, if you like grill, like I recommend if you go camping to bring or like have a family member for like 4th of July where they do like a grill on the outside. I recommend bringing apples so that you can grill the apple with the meat because it goes really well with meat. I would say specifically, I really like using the green apple, but I mean also the pink the regular apple's good too. But it goes really well with pork. Because I tried it for the first time basically like a year and a half ago. Because one of my classmates, him and his wife own a house like not too far from me. And they had like a whole class reunion where we like all met up and we grilled at his like with his barbecue, and he was eating apples on the grill. So I was like, oh, can I try? Because I had never had it. And he was like, you've never had it. And then so he cooked me an apple so I could eat it with my pork that they were making. It was so good. Though also he might have just been good at grilling. I don't grill, but he was really good at grilling. Like comparatively, because my Tokapa also had a grill growing up, but I love my Tokapa, but he was not the best griller. I'll be so honest with you, he was not the best griller. My classmate was a really good griller though. Next is a orange. Oranges are kind of ill to me, but they're not. I guess they're like, I don't mind it. I just don't like it very much. Oranges have always been an ill for me. There's something about them that hurts my tummy, and I'm not the biggest fan of the flavor. The flavor kind of gives me a headache. I've kind of got, like, I can eat orange things. I like orange juice a lot. I love orange juice. But orange itself has always given me a headache growing up. I don't know what it is. But I like orange juice, but the orange itself has always given me a headache. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Oranges itself always give me a headache though. Don't know what it is. And I'm not the biggest fan of orange flavored candy either. Next is a grapefruit. I like grapefruits a lot. Okay, but where would I put a grapefruit? I'd put a grapefruit here. I always love grapefruit. I'll seek out a grapefruit sometimes. I like how it tastes with a little bit of salt. A little salt on a grapefruit has never hurt anybody. A little salt. Either salt or sugar. Always good. Really refreshing snack. I like how it feels to eat out of it. And I like how bitter it is because I love bitter. I'm a big fan of bitter. A pear is S tier. Especially Bartlett pears. Bartlett pears are so good. Pears are one of my favorite fruits. I always eat them. When they're on sale, I'll go get them. Because they're kind of expensive. But if a pear is on sale, I'm buying it. If a pear is on sale, I'm buying it. I love pears. I prefer a Bartlett to something like an Asian pear. I don't think Asian pear's on this list, but Asian pear is good too. But I prefer a Bartlett pear. I like when they're at the stage where they're like kind of crispy enough to hurt my gums when I eat them. but soft enough where I still get that satisfying melt in my mouth. Earl Grey is just okay. I'd put it here. It's just Earl Grey tea. I don't know what's so special about it. Some people love Earl Grey. Some people, Earl Grey is like their shit. They love Earl Grey. I don't really understand that. I've never experienced that, but I'm sure for some people that's their thing. I drink it sometimes. I like Earl Grey cookies more than I like the tea. I feel like the tea just doesn't have as much full-bodied flavor comparatively to like when I have green tea matcha or like black teas. Like Earl Grey always tastes more like just flavored water than like a tea to me, if that makes sense. I like it when it's with things. I prefer Earl Grey if it's in a dessert. Like my roommate, the one that I hang out with on Saturdays, not the one that I live with, she made a birthday cake for a friend of ours once to bring to a party. That was a bundt cake that was Earl Grey and lavender flavored. And that cake freaking popped off. That was amazing. Like the Earl Grey with lavender in the cake had a little bit of vanilla in it too. It was like, ooh, that was a good cake. And it had like a nice like sugar glaze on it. Ooh, that was good. That cake was really good. And I think mixing Earl Grey with like other flavors makes it taste way better. But like Earl Grey by itself for me just never does it. But if it's mixed with things, it really elevates the taste of Earl Grey to me. Matcha! Oh, I love matcha. Oh, matcha's really good. Oh, I love a good matcha. I'll put that actually here. Matcha is so good. I wouldn't put it above like a pear, but I love matcha. I remember the first time I went to Japan with my parents, and I discovered matcha soft serve. Oh my god, I'm so lucky I went to Japan when I was a kid. Because when I went to Japan, I had soft serve matcha like almost every other day when I took a week trip to Japan with my parents. Because it would always be at like the restaurant we ate at night. It would be an option and my parents would just be like, yeah, we're on a trip, go ahead. And I'd have myself a nice cone of soft serve matcha ice cream. And god, did I love it. I would eat it now, still. And I love like mochi ice cream. I love matcha flavored mochi ice cream. Or just like a matcha ice cream in general is always so good. And then also when you drink it, it has such a good amount of caffeine in it. It always hits you. And it's so like bright and herbal. It tastes so good. And then also whenever you're sick, a good cup of matcha with like some sort of ginger in it is so good. I like how it makes the tea you are drinking really feel like it's hitting you. I don't know how to describe it. When I drink matcha, the way that it hits me is so different. Like it just feels like it hits me, the caffeine, versus like just if I like soak a bag of black tea in water or something, you know? So I love matcha. This is purple Okinawan sweet potato. Right? This is not ube, right? Isn't that Okinawan sweet potato or is that ube? They're different, by the way. Hello! No, it has to be ube, because I don't see anything else, so this has to be ube. It's not sweet potato. Ube is good, but not better than banana to me. But I love ube. Ube is very tasty. I love ube. Ube is tasty. I like it in roll cakes. I like it in ice cream. I like it in halo halo. Hi, Conclaver! Hi! Welcome! Hi. Don't worry, we're not that far in to the tier list. Well, we're like midway in. We started like a little bit ago. I was thinking the Grimace is made of ube. Is it? I thought it was like regular flavored. Hi, Xantho! Hi. Welcome. We're rating ube at like a middle tier. Ube is good, but it's not my favorite flavor. Okay. This is coffee or chocolate? Wait. What? Is this coffee? Is there more? Is there like a different coffee? Like what? This is chocolate. So this must be coffee. Right? This has to be coffee. Because there's no other coffee beans. Oh, no, there's a coffee here. Wait, so is this a coffee chocolate? Because there's chocolate. There's chocolate mint. So is this mint, or there's actual chocolate bar here. Then there's chocolate and coffee. Then there's coffee itself. Is it like mocha? Is it supposed to be like a mocha flavor? I know mocha's a very distinct flavor. Do you think it's mocha? Dark chocolate. Maybe dark chocolate. Dark chocolate? Dark chocolate. Okay, dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is S tier. I love dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is better than milk chocolate. Personal opinion. I love dark chocolate. I like how dark the flavor is. I like how bitter it is. I love bitter. Though I do prefer if the dark chocolate has at least a little bit of sweetness. Like, I don't want it to be so bitter that's only bitter. I prefer it if it has at least a little bit of sweetness. It's good for me, you know? That's how I feel about, like a chocolate. Like, I prefer if the dark chocolate has just a little bit of sweetness. Just so like it brightens it out. The taste, like full rounds that the taste is not just pure like attack of the bitterness. Because I do like bitterness, but I want a little bit of sweet. But like not enough where it's considered bittersweet chocolate. That's too sweet at that point. You're either eating, I'm either eating freaking milk chocolate or I'm eating like dark chocolate. I don't want to eat bittersweet chocolate. I want it to be dark chocolate with a little bit of sweet. Yeah, like 80% is good. 80% is good. Plums! Oh, I love plums. Fun fact, when I was being re-put into my when I was placed into my Tokemon to be born again after the gods borned me, and then they were like you need to grow up with a family so you can learn how to be more adapted to a society, and they put me so I would be born by my mother, you know. She said that she had a craving for plums the whole time, so I was basically pre-programmed to love plums because one of my Tokemon's cravings was plums. And I've always loved plums. Especially umeboshi, but also just regular plum. I used to eat plums by the bagful when I was a kid. They were like my favorite. They're so tasty, they're so juicy. I like the way that the skin breaks too. Like, oh, the way that the skin breaks on a plum is really satisfying to me. I don't know how to say it anywhere else. When you bite into it and you can just feel like that, and then it's so soft on the inside and the texture is really good. So I love plums. Of course, coffee flavor is a top tier for me. Coffee flavor, actually I should put coffee flavor as like coffee flavor. Coffee flavor is so good. I love coffee flavor. Crisp skin is a must. I know! I love crisp skin. Do you guys say crisp as crisp? Or do you say crisps? Crisps. Or crisp. Anyway, I love coffee flavor a lot. It's one of my favorite flavors in the whole world. I'm sure you can tell based on how much caffeine I consume. I love coffee flavor. And it's also one of my favorite ice cream flavors in general. I like, as I said earlier today, I like lavender, coffee, and rum raisin. Next one. Peanut butter. Peanut butter! I like peanut butter more than apple, pistachio, honestly, and cranberry. Like, but not as much as plums. I'll put it there. I actually am a really big peanut butter fan. I know, wasn't it that Yui hates peanut butter? I love peanut butter. And peanut butter is a very nostalgic flavor to me because my Tokupa is a huge peanut butter guy. He loved peanut butter. He loved it. And he would get peanut butter everything. And so I always was surrounded by peanut butter when I was growing up because my Tokupa, that was his favorite thing. was peanut butter everything. And he would always get, during Christmas, one of my family members would always make us this gigantic tub of peanut butter cookies. And my Tokapaw would always hide it so he could eat all the peanut butter cookies by himself. Because he loved them. And then sometimes if I really wanted one, I would ask. And then he'd be like, oh, you want a peanut butter cookie? Let me go get you some. And he'd get me like a little napkin full of them for me. Yeah, peanut butter's so good. When I was in college and on a poor man's diet, sometimes my breakfast would just be a spoonful of peanut butter. I would just take a big spoon and scoop a big spoon of peanut butter, and I would eat that as my breakfast in the morning on the way to school. When I was on my poor man's diet, I would just have a giant spoon of peanut butter for breakfast before school. It was great. Tasted good, satisfied me. It's tasty. Filling. Coconut is fine. I don't ever go out of my way for coconut. Coconut doesn't suck, but it's not the best thing I've ever had in my life, you know? It's not great. Not the hugest fan. But it could be worse. Like orange. Or a rose. Or licorice. So, I'm fine with it. I agree. I actually do like fake coconut flavor more than real coconut. I don't know what it is about it. But, I mean, also, it depends though. So I've had fresh coconut, like fresh coconut. And fresh coconut is fine. I wouldn't go over my way to eat it, but it tastes better than if I get it in like a flavor, and also then like pieces of it that are cooked. Like just a piece of fresh coconut meat tastes pretty fine. But I wouldn't go out of my way to eat it. Pineapple is super pog. I like pineapple so much. Pineapple is one of my favorite fruits in the whole world. I think it's so tasty. And pineapple juice, by the way, is my favorite fruit juice other than pog. I love pog. But underneath pog, my favorite juice in the whole world is pineapple juice. And then under pineapple juice is pear juice. But I love pineapple juice. It's so good. Plus, I love pineapple on pizza. I love pineapple on pizza. Pineapple on pizza is one of my favorite pizza toppings. Pineapple and bacon on pizza. Really? They sell pog at the Costco that I live near. But it's like, it's not branded pog. They just call it passion orange guava juice. So it's like off-brand pog, but it's still very good. They don't sell it as actual like brand pog. It's called passion orange guava juice. It's not considered pog. Yeah, I live like the Costco. Well, I don't live near the Costco. I live pretty far, but you know, it's worth the drive. But the Costco, it has pog. So I would recommend, even if it's like not branded pog, because there's like the brand pog, right? But like the drink itself as just a passion orange guava juice is very good. Doesn't matter if it's branded or not. It's very good. Pog, if pog was a flavor, pog would be top flavor. Next is rhubarb. I love rhubarb. Rhubarb pie, poggers. Rhubarb cake, poggers. Rhubarb anything, great. But it's not my favorite thing, so it's not. And you can't have rhubarb by itself, in my opinion. It's too sour, too bitter. Yeah, if you want to try my favorite drink to make, alcoholic drink. So only if you're 21 plus. I was about to say 18 plus. That's not real. 21 plus. If you're 21 plus, I recommend. This is my drink recipe. In fact, my favorite drink. But I don't make it a lot because I don't have the stuff for it most of the time. But you get 2 shots of a whiskey. A whiskey, any type works, but preferably not the cheapest one that you can find in the aisle. So a whiskey of some sort. You put a little bit of pog. And then you put the smallest splash of Calpico syrup. So Calpico syrup is what you use to make Calpico at home. Calpico is a Japanese drink. but like a small dash of Calpico syrup, a little bit of Pog, and 2 shots of whiskey. Mix it together. Delicious. Mwah! Chef's kiss. Delicious. You don't even taste the whiskey at that point. It just tastes good. Very tasty. Next flavor. You should try it. It's really good. Marshmallow. Marshmallow only really tastes good if you mix it with other stuff, in my opinion. Marshmallow, okay, so like a really good coffee flavor drink is marshmallow with lavender and white mocha. I only know that because once I was at a cafe and they had like a special coffee drink, and it was their special was, they called it, what did they call it? They called it like a lavender dream, and it was marshmallow, lavender, and white mocha. And that was like the first time I ever had a marshmallow flavored thing that was good. But if it's marshmallow itself inside of like a chocolate, then it's good, but I wouldn't go out of my way for just specifically a marshmallow chocolate. But it's never bad when I have a marshmallow chocolate, so that's why it's here. So I'm assuming this means mint chocolate, which is obviously very good. I love mint chocolate. It's not like, well, mint chocolate, maybe there. Mint chocolate is very good. It's one of my favorite ice cream flavors, but just, I'll also eat like, if you've ever had, oh, what is the brand? There's like this brand of pillow mint chocolate that they put on like pillows if you go to like a hotel. I forget what they're called. I love mint chocolate. There's like these pillow mints that I really like. They're like chocolate pillow mint. But also mint chocolate ice cream is really good. But I don't remember what the brand is, but it's green. There's like a green brand. The box is green. It's wrapped really well, and it's like a little thing of chocolate with it. Andes mints. Yes, those are very good. I like them. Very nice. I like them. I have an aunt who for Christmas will always send my family a box of Andes mints, and then I always eat them. Because my family doesn't want them, so I always end up eating them. This just cookie dough? Cookie dough is Pog. Cookie dough is like here. Cookie dough good. I like cookie dough. There's this candy that I always got at the movie theaters growing up that was like just cookie dough wrapped in chocolate, and that was really good. I don't know what it's called though, but it's like it's a specific sort of flavory thing. But I really like it. Let me see. Next. Cinnamon good. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon. Do I like cinnamon more than caramel? I feel like I do. Ooh. Yeah. Round ball-shaped candy. Yeah. I love cinnamon, actually. I was like trying to question it, but I know I do like cinnamon more than caramel. Cinnamon is really good. Especially in a snickerdoodle. Snickerdoodle is one of my favorites. I also like cinnamon toast crunch, cinnamon toast, cinnamon in waffles, cinnamon in coffee. Just cinnamon in general is always really nice, and I like how it tastes, especially when you combine it with ginger for like something like a gingerbread house and things like that. So I really do like cinnamon. Plus, I was about to say something really dark. I was like, plus cinnamon oil helps kill bugs, but don't tell me I said that. Milk chocolate. Milk chocolate is good. I like milk chocolate, but I would never pick it over dark chocolate. But chocolate is chocolate. But also chocolate is chocolate. And I don't hate chocolate, so. I know people who dislike chocolate. I don't get it. And I don't empathize, and I don't understand. And I both don't empathize and I don't understand. Yeah, dark milk than white. Ginger is good. Ginger not better than banana, but I like ginger. I used to like just consume. I like voraciously consumed those old if you've ever had those really old like or not old, but there's like a brand of like what is this brand? Wait, one second. Let me look at, is there, can I try to find this brand? Brand ginger candy? Does that bring it up? Ginger candy. Ginger. No, but not that brand. Not that brand. Prince of Peace ginger candy. And this one. Yeah, Prince of Peace ginger candies. Oh, ginger candies or gingins too. Ginger candy is just so good. I love like the ginger one where it's like really chewy and it like makes your mouth burn a little bit. Like a good ginger candy is really, really phenomenal. Serena? Serena Starstruck? Were you streaming? Why were you streaming? Hi, welcome. Welcome, Raiders, welcome. Serena, were you streaming? What do you mean you were streaming? I was watching your morning stream. You were streaming again? What were you streaming? I wanted to sing randomly, LOL, you're so funny. Is that Serena Starstruck of Stellarverse Productions Generation 1 Infinium? Is that Serena Starstruck from Stellarverse Productions Generation 1 Infinium? That's crazy! Hello, Serena Starstruck from Generation 1 Infinium. That's the Serena Starstruck? Hi, Serena. You sang Gorilla. How was it? Did you have fun singing? We're just doing a flavors tier list right now. I hope you had a good night. What was your favorite song that you sang? Oh wait, is that Tokakun from Stellarverse Productions Generation 1 Infinium? Did you have fun? What was your favorite song that you sang? Did you sing Burn from Hamilton? Did you get the comeuppance that you deserved? Or not comeuppance. Did you get the... What do you call it when you get what you like what you wanted? What do you call it when you get what you wanted? Sorry, I said the wrong thing. What is the words? Did you get what you wanted? I sang Black Parade. Did you get the satisfaction of singing Bird today after that person stole it from you in the karaoke game on Roblox? Him with the intro? Ugh, the intro, but they all know who I am if they're from Serena. If they're from Serena, they probably know who I am. Tokakun. I'm sorry. Tokakun, your clarity and crystal tier of Stellarverse Productions, Generation 1 Infinium, here to purify despair by dying internally to appease human entertainment needs. I'll sing you a song to salve your desperate soul, but only if you deserve it. That's the intro. So I had to read it off my freaking YouTube. I always think it's so funny that I always add on the I'm from Stellarverse Generation 1 Infinium because I don't have it on my YouTube and I probably should. I always just write I'm the clarity and crystal tier. And people go, where's the tier? And I go, right on my chest! I don't say that. No one's ever asked me that actually. No one ever asks me, where's the tier? Is it because you think I would cry? I'm just joking. I don't have a tier toggle. Whoa, what you gonna do? I don't have a tier toggle. Where's the tier? On my chest. I thought you were about to say I'm the tier. I literally thought you were about to say I'm the tier. Serena, I thought you were going to say I'm the tier. But welcome. I hope you enjoyed Serena Starstruck's glorious voice. I hope you enjoyed her glorious singing. I'm the tier. Sorry to disappoint. The tear was on your faces the whole time. No! I'm here to purify your despair. You're not supposed to cry. Though if you need to cry, you should, because it's always better to cry and let it out than hold it in and then repress all your feelings. Do you know I've been having allergies to where I like sometimes just exit the house and then I have a singular tear roll down the side of my face? It's really weird, but it happens. I've had that a lot. Sometimes I just go outside and then I have a singular tear well down the side of my face and I don't know why. I think it's because of the air. I think I have very dry eyes, so sometimes if I go outside, the air is too dry and it makes my eye tear up. Serena, what do you think of my tier list so far? These are flavors. Do you like the flavors in my top section? Allergies getting that bad sucks. You know, I just have a lot of allergies. What can I do? I've looked for years. I've looked for years for a solution, and yet I did not find one. I was rocking out into Gorilla last night. Ooh, I see. I wish I could do a Gorilla karaoke. I'd like to do one at some point. Lavender is a flavor. It's one of my favorite flavors for especially coffee or chocolate. I always think about doing Gorilla karaoke and then I think, ugh. and then I don't do it. Carrots flavored? That's like low. I don't need to explain myself. Do I need to explain myself for why I think that carrots are just mid? But I hate coffee, so I already disagree. The way that you type with the little emote, like, types things is so cute. Serena is so cute. I always love the way that you use little actual typed ones instead of an emoji. I think it's so funny. Pumpkin is fine. I don't really feel like there's anything good pumpkin other than, like, pumpkin pie. Why? Because I literally never see anyone type like that except for you. You're like the first person I've ever met who, like, consistently always uses typed emojis instead of regular physical ones. Cucumber is just okay, but it's better than a marshmallow. I love cucumber though. You want to see my whooper expression to be like Serena? I can't do it as good as her though. My mouth goes like this. Wah! It's crazy because we were from the same VTuber artist, but my mouth doesn't open the same way as her because we have different rig artists. Because hers goes like sideways wide, like hers goes like ah, like wide. Well, I just did it again as if it would change, but it doesn't. Like Serena, like her mouth opens like sideways wide and the big tall, but mine is like narrow and tall. So it's more like ah for me when hers is like weh. Like, like, why is it like, We're sisters? Yeah! Serena and I are drawn by the same artist, Lizzie. I'm the older twin. She's the younger one. We call ourselves twins because we were drawn by Lizzie for the same company around the same time. But like, I guess you would just say sister, I guess. But like, we're VTuber sisters. We have the same artist. Can you tell that we're drawn by the same artist? I feel like Serena looks so much cuter than me, and Puppets her model so much cuter than me that you can't tell. Can you tell that Lucy drew both of us? Hey, tell me. Can you tell? Serena's so much cuter, can you tell? I'm the cooler older sister? Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm the cooler older sister, yeah. Yeah, I'm the cooler one, obviously. Whoa. Really? You can't tell? I do feel like the line work, the shading, it's all very similar between the two of our models. I think the only main difference is our eye shapes are different, but I think we just requested different types of emotions from our, like for our facials and stuff. Yeah, Toka's so cool. I think you're cool, Serena. This one is coffee. No, this one is pecan. This is a pecan. Pecan is good. Pecan is not better than that, though. Pecan is, like, right here. Cause... What? Excuse me, what? What do you mean? Hey. Can you explain that to me? Hey. Can you explain that to me? What do you mean? One has white hair and she's like a grandma and the other isn't that old? What do you mean? Is there a reason that you said that? I don't really think there's a good reason to say that. I think I seem pretty hip with the kids, actually. I think I seem really freaking hip with the kids. Hi, Senbei. Pecan or pecan? I think it's pecans or pecan, but not pecan. Senbei of Stillivers Productions. Rag saved because the boss walked in? I don't know about that. So obviously my hair can't be white. Because my hair is obviously dark. Am I wrong? I've never been old, obviously. I'm not nearly as ancient as the ones who created Earth, so obviously I'm not old. I'm young. Emo. Falling in my skin! These wounds, they will not heal! I don't know that song, actually. Actually, I don't know that song. Actually, I can't tell you because I don't know that song. Very youthful? I know! I can use a phone, I can take selfies, I can take a picture with my FaceTime. I know how to navigate the internet. I use AO3 like all young people do. I don't use fanfiction.net because that's for old people. And I can post on Twitter. And I have a TikTok account. So obviously I'm hip because I have a TikTok. Only young people have a TikTok. Why are you freaking out over the AO3? AO3 is a new thing. I remember back in the day when I would use fanfiction.net to look at my fanfiction, but then they updated to having AO3. So now I use AO3 because that's where all the hip people are at, where the fanfiction is still being updated, is on AO3. No longer is it in fanfiction.net. What did AO3 come out? I don't freaking know. I don't even know because I'm so hip, I don't even know. Wattpad? But Wattpad's where all the bad written fanfiction is. They don't have good grammar on Wattpad. Quick, name your favorite Pokemon game? My favorite Pokemon game is Pokemon X and Y. I'm just joking, it's fucking platinum. I'm just joking, it's platinum. Why would you ever pick anything not platinum? Why would you ever pick not platinum? Platinum is the best one. I'm not a hag. And also, I don't complain about grammar. I have horrible grammar. I don't complain about grammar. I have horrible grammar. Sinnoh is the best gen. Black and White 2 is fine. Heart Gold Soul Silver is pretty good. I love Heart Gold Soul Silver. Because Emerald exists, I never played Emerald, but I did play Alpha Sapphire Omega Ruby. Which is basically like playing Emerald, isn't it? Well, Wattpad just doesn't have good content. It doesn't have as good the fics. The fics are not as long. There's not as much burning romance on Wattpad. Also, there's a lot more self-inserts on Wattpad. I'll be so honest with you. Well, there's a lot of self-insert on Wattpad. I don't feel comfortable with that. Gen 4 is just the golden gen. It is the golden gen. I do really prefer that in Soul Silver it does the thing that I really like, which is where they let the starters walk behind you. I think that's really important to the Pokemon franchise, and I think every time they take it away, I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you ever stop letting the overworld sprites walk behind you? It's so much cuter! Just personal thought, you know? 12 years old and being confused when we weren't walking behind me in black and white. Yeah, I just think it would be better if they kept keeping it, you know? I just think it's better if they kept it. I just think that when they stop that as like a part of it, it's not as good. Because it's cuter when there's like a thing walking behind you. Also, milk is... I never really think of milk as a flavor, but if milk was a flavor, I would say it's like around vanilla. Ooh, biscotti. Super good. They tried to bring it back for the DP remakes and it was so dog shit. Yeah, it was kind of dog shit, wasn't it? It was funny. Is this horchata? Horchata is like one of the best flavors in the whole world. I love horchata, by the way. Horchata, it's so good. It's peak. Serena, vanilla doesn't taste good when it's not with other things. Vanilla is not meant to be by itself. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. It makes sense that Serena likes vanilla. That works. That works, I believe. Vanilla is just not the most standout flavor, I'll tell you that. It's fine. No one dislikes vanilla. Vanilla good. It's just not... I would never eat vanilla by itself. It needs to be like vanilla with lavender. Vanilla with coffee. Vanilla with chocolate. Vanilla with hazelnut. Vanilla with matcha. It's dirt to mint chocolate and Oreo? That's so crazy. That's so crazy of you to say that. Anyway, honey is pretty good. That's crazy of you to say that. Anyway, honey is pretty banger. I would put honey below ginger because I like ginger more than honey, but honey is pretty good with almost everything. Creme brulee is really awesome. It's above apple and cranberry for me. I love creme brulee. Creme brulee! Da 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 da! You can do it! Da da da! Ba 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 ba! Deep it down low. Everybody quiet! This is not what I want. This is not what I planned. And I just have to say that I don't understand. Anyway. Passion fruit is super great. Anyway, passion fruit is super great. I love passion fruit. Passion fruit is such a good flavor. Especially passion fruit and blackberry tarts are really good. If you've ever had one, they're so good. Passion fruit and blackberry work so well together. And as you will find out when we get there, blackberry is like one of my favorite flavors in the whole world. It goes so well with passion fruit. White chocolate, I don't hate it, but I certainly don't like it. It's not ew. I'll eat a white chocolate if I need to eat white chocolate. It's just, I'd never pick it, you know? Red velvet cake, if it has cream cheese frosting, it's pretty trash. I'm just saying, I hate cream cheese frosting because it makes my tummy hurt. And I hate it. But if it's by itself, it's very good. I hate cream cheese frosting. Have I ever had boysenberry? Have I had boysenberry? I think I've had a boysenberry cider before. I think. I don't remember, but I think I had a boysenberry cider before. I don't remember what I thought about it though, but I did. I did have one once back in the day. Back in the day, I did have one. Wait a second. Let me look up boysenberry. Boysenberries. Boysenberry. looks like a blackberry. Boysenberry cider. I think I had one. Yeah, I've had a boysenberry cider before. I thought it was pretty good. Thought it was pretty good. Thought it was pretty good. Yes. Let me put that up. Why can't I grab the Microsoft Edge browser? I'm like trying to grab the browser with it and I'm like, where is it? The frick? Boysenberry? No, boysenberry. It's B-O, the one is above. And then B-O-Y, B-O-Y-S-N-B-E-R-Y. Oh wait, sorry, double R-Y. Sorry, double R-Y. Sorry, double R-Y. I can spell the word berry. Melon is good. Melon is good. Melon is... I like melon flavored soda a lot, actually. So I don't think I should put it as low as there. I love melon flavored soda. I drink a lot of melon flavored soda when I go to a Japanese restaurant. Good melon soda is really good. But is that a cantaloupe? Or melon? I like melon pon. Melon pon is one of my favorite freaking things. Honeydew is way better than cantaloupe. You are so right for that. That is so true. Maple syrup. Someone asked me earlier to put maple syrup in S tier. I apologize. Maple syrup is not S tier. It's just okay. I apologize. Maple syrup is just okay. Fudge? Ew. I hate fudge. Just eat frickin' chocolate. Whoopsies. Just eat fucking chocolate. You don't eat fudge, just eat some frickin' chocolate. The frick? I love that I read that as... I want you to hear that how I read it. I read it as, what? Toka-kun. Like, I read it as like, you know how like Fuamoko they'll like indicate with like a up arrow or a down arrow if they're saying bow bow or bow bow. Like, like I read that as like instead of Toka-kun, I read it as Toka-kun. I read it as down arrow Toka-kun. Bailey's is banger. Bailey's is a freaking banger. It's got alcohol in it, don't it? Bailey's is a banger. It has alcohol in it now, don't it? I just figured you were doing a drawl. I am doing a drawl. I always do a fake southern accent. I don't know why. I don't even do a good southern accent. I just love doing a fake southern accent. Fudge with nuts can be good. I just hate how rich fudge is, and I don't like the texture. I think if you like fudge, you should just eat some frickin' chocolate. What is this? Just cream? Cream is good. It's not the best thing I ever had in my life. Put it above fucking maple syrup. Well, a fudge sundae is a syrup. An actual piece of fudge is different than a fudge sundae. Cheesecake flavor is pretty pog. Peppermint flavor is pretty not as pog. That clarity hospitality. I don't even do it well. That clarity's got hospitality. Root beer is super great, and everyone who says it's not good is freaking lying. Anyway, why did I say that so loudly? Sorry. What? Sorry. Everyone who says root beer is bad is a liar, and they're wrong. They haven't had good root beer. Root beer is super good. You know, I used to have root beer as a dessert. In college, I used to, when they had root beer at the frickin' fountain machine, I would get root beer as a dessert. That would be my dessert for the night. My silly little treat would be a cup of root beer. It's spectacular, actually. It's spectacular. I like a root beer float, but, you know, a good Like, you don't normally get a root beer float at your college dormitory's kitchenette, now do you? What brand should I go for? I would say probably your local brand. I like to go to the most local brand I can get for a root beer. A good local brand never hurt nobody. But I also like Bragg's. I don't like Mug. I don't like Mug. I like Barks. Brax. I won't call it Brax, but I know that's not how it's said. Lychee, super poggers. Great fruit. Put it below mint choco. I love a good lychee. Especially a fresh fruit. When you get to the fresh fruit, really good. A good fresh fruit of it is super phenomenal. Blueberry. I don't like blueberry very much. I don't like blueberries that much. I don't like the base flavor of blueberry. I'll eat a blueberry by itself, but I don't like blueberry flavor. I think it tastes weird. I don't know what it is, but like if I have a blueberry like drink, it always tastes like shit. I don't know how to describe that. A fresh blueberry is fine, but every time I get a flavored blueberry beverage or candy, it has this weird flavor, and I don't know what it is. The only time I like eating blueberry is if it's a fresh blueberry or if it's a blueberry pie. If it's a blueberry pie, I like it. If it's a fresh blueberry, I like it. But every other instance where I've had blueberry, it tastes fake as shit and I don't understand it and it doesn't even taste good. And I don't know why. They can't like capture it in like an essence. I don't know why. I hate bubblegum flavor. I like bubblegum, especially when it's flavored with fruit. But like the basic artificial bubblegum flavor, I freaking hate it. It's so bad. I don't know why. It just tastes like shit to me. Raspberry is just okay. You're gonna be like, but Toka, you put blackberry in S tier. I know! But raspberry is just not the same. It's really not the same, you know? Not that whenever someone gets bubblegum ice cream, I know they're a freak. They are a freak. You're right. They are a freak. Strawberry is S tier. 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 And that's why I'm in love with Ubi Ubapi. Strawberry is S tier. S tier. S tier. And that's why I love Ubi Ubapi. PSA, and that's why I love Ubi Ubapi. Blackberries are one of my favorite things in this entire planet. I love eating a fresh handful of blackberries. I love it as a flavor. I love it as a drink. I love it as everything. Blackberries are super phenomenal. They're one of the best flavors in this entire life. I love a blackberry. Phenomenal. Great flavor. Anyone who doesn't get it, your taste buds are broken as hell. Almonds are just freaking nuts. Lemons are lemons. And mango is pretty freaking phenomenal. I love a mango. And there you go. It took me 3 hours, but I did it. I did this tier list that probably only had above, like, what, like 30 options? I like mangoes, but they're not always the best. Sometimes I get a mango and it has pretty bad flavor. Depends. But can you believe it took me this long to do this very short tier list? It's not even a long tier list. I don't think I spent that long doing the tier list part itself. I don't know. Tier list conquered. Wait, let me save it first before I accidentally delete it. Let me quickly We're gonna quickly save this. Let me quickly save this. Save or download. I'm gonna quickly download this image. Gotta make sure it's preserved just in case. Now we'll have it back in the background in a second. Here you go. Bam. I'm glad I didn't miss much of it being an hour and a half late. I was just, anyway. I was, busy. I was busy. Checks watch. I was busy doing, something, important. I was busy doing something important. I was doing something important. I couldn't stop. I had to do something. It's called yapping. I don't know. Time to go rewatch the VOD. I just talked for a long time. I don't really think you need to watch the VOD. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. Somebody would tell me I should encourage people to watch my VOD. You should watch my VOD. I was busy doing something super important, like yapping at everyone for no reason other than I felt like it. I was busy talking for no reason other than I felt like it. You know? Or I missed the app? Well, I did talk for about an hour and 38 seconds just to do it. I did do that just to do that. Do you need any other reason? I guess not, huh? I am a streamer, so I guess not. But, so... Oh, yes! This is what I should do! Is this? By the way, I should chill. Look at this! Hey, look at this! You see that? What's that? It's... Usachi Yui's birthday merch! If you don't know who this is my wife. She's pink. It's my wife, she's pink. She's got white streak in her pink hair. She's got cute art. It's her birthday, or what was her birthday last week. And her merch has a sticker sheet, a voice pack, and an acrylic plate. And I listened to her voice pack because I bought it, and it was very cute. I'm excited for my acrylic plate so I can put it on my desk, similar to like how a husband in a disgruntled movie will have a picture of his family. You know in the movies when the disgruntled family worker at the office has like a picture next to, you know, his like setup, and then he like looks at it every time he's stressed? That's gonna be me once I have the Ubi Ubapi acrylic plate. Me when I have my Ubi Ubapi acrylic plate and I look at it like a disgruntled salaryman. But yes, I have Ubi Ubapi. He's got this birthday merch and I bought it, and I say you should buy it too. I think it sells until next month on the 20-somethings, I think. But I recommend it. And next week, I will be releasing something cute. So I think you should, or I guess cute, it's kind of fun. It's fun. I'll be doing something fun, and you should look forward to it. But I can't say it yet, because I'm going to say it later. And then, tomorrow, I was supposed to do a stream with Adora Fortune from Vol's project, but it might have to be rescheduled just because Adora's having some things with her family right now, which she posted about on her Twitter. But I'll keep you updated of whether we're gonna have to pivot, because if not, we'll just pivot to something else. But we'll have to pivot it, you know. So we'll just see. She said she'll tell me later, so we'll just see. I just think I'm so funny. What's wrong with me? Yes, Adora and I's collab might have to move. I will just let you guys know tomorrow whether the stream is changed to something else. If Adora is not available, then we might play off again. We might play off. But I don't know. And then on Thursday, Lemmy and I will be doing Pokemon Reborn again. I grinded off stream. So we should be strong enough to take on the gym leader and then potentially go into the next area. And then on Friday, I'll be doing a plate up collab with Lemmy, Yui, and Serena. Yeah, so Lemmy Lycan, my gen mate, who is a lemon snail VTuber, her and I are doing a run of Pokemon Reborn Moemon together. So I'm playing and then she's there and we're both voice acting and hanging out. But we're doing a run of Pokemon Reborn as Moemon, and we were at the first gym right now. I grinded off stream so we would be able to beat the gym leader. So we're doing that on Thursday. Friday we're playing Plate Up, and on Sunday, what am I doing on Sunday? I totally remember my schedule with like in my head every time I do anything. I'm playing I Just Want to Be Single. And on Sunday I'll be playing I Just Want to Be Single, which is a visual novel that I'm really interested in. Where it's basically like the premise is you're a girl who is just wants to be single by herself and is sort of a loner, but then she gets a haircut and suddenly everyone falls in love with her. And so the goal of the visual novel is to not end up with someone, which is really funny. It's still in the what do you call it? Like the like beta, like it's early access. It's still early access, so the first chapter is the only thing done. It's not finished yet, but it's still within like an amount I think you could do it for like a stream. So we're gonna play it anyway because I'm really excited for the game and I hope it like is fully developed soon, and I'm really excited for it. So if you want to see me do voice acting stuff, I'll be doing that on the visual novel stream on Sunday for I Just Want to Be Single. But let me find someone that we can raid. Who is streaming? Honestly, me when I'm like, what if we raid Uruka? We could. Let's go to, who was playing stuff? Red Sea. Let's go to, Lumen streaming. No. What's something that's like us themed? Oh, okay. Miyu is singing, so let's go to singing because I feel like that fits our vibe right now. I want to keep it within the vibe. Let's go to Miyu. Miyu is a cat VTuber. She's doing a singing stream in JP. She's from Specialite. She's very cute. Let's go into Miyu's singing stream because then I can also watch it. She has the cutest model, by the way, and I think her voice is so soft. Oh wait, I have to flip. I need to Okay, I have to log back in. I don't know why it logged me out. I couldn't chat. We have to make a raid message. We're gonna do the Crybabies. Love to hear you sing. A little drop emote. Music note. They can only be the second cutest after you. Thank you, Waverly. What the flippity? That's so nice of you. Thank you. Enjoyed your time here? Thank you! I hope you had a great time with me. I hope you enjoyed the tier list. For those of you who are part of our Discord community, and if you want to join the Discord, it is in my description below. But I'll be having the mods send this tier list to my general so that you guys can see it. I hope you guys had an amazing day and night, and I will see you all tomorrow for potentially a drinking stream with tier list, and then if I have to reschedule, then there'll be a different thing that you will hear about tomorrow. I hope that you guys all have a great night, and I will see you all soon, okay? Ready? 3, 2, 1. Wah!